Not only is June Pride Month, but Kansas just celebrated the first official holiday of Juneteenth as it passed in most counties last October. Take this time to reflect on ways that you have shown up for marginalized groups, how to improve upon that, and get others involved. Be a better advocate for people who don't have the same privileges. It starts with listening, learning, and being ready to start today. Actions are what make you an ally. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ka Valley Kickball Podcast. We are reviewing KIFA. We are reviewing Week 5, and we are doing a look into Week 6. We are hailing frequency open on the holodeck on the NCC 1701. And today with us, we have me, Aaron Airbear Adams. We also have Olivia Tsunami Poppy. We have Sonia SZA. We've got Aaron fucking Fireball Hayden as a producer. We have Summertime Stacy with us. We've got Ari Likes It Harder.
Yeah, I do.
We've got Scandalous Scanlon Chelsea with us. And we've got Dr. Yacy Young. We also have Lady Megan Hammond as a producer for our show today. And we're ready to get started and talk to you about all the cool shit the group of us amazing boss-ass bitches do for Kickball.
Woo! Yeah.
Woohoo!
So we're going to cover a bunch of stuff today, but first we're going to shout out our sponsors. We've got Santa Massage and Wellness. We've got Fine Fitness, Young Spine and Joint, Empire Bar and Billiards, Nourish Training, Learner Real Estate, Up to 11 Productions. Bonus sponsor is Drone Lawrence. And, of course, Hayden is providing the booze. Thank you, ma'am.
Our first time ever having an alcoholic sponsor. Oh.
Hopefully not the last.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks for the Wild Basins. Yumberry.
Oh, we'll have to, give me a minute. I had one earlier. I forgot to write it down. We'll come back to our drinking game word. Wait for me.
Drinking game TBD.
Yep. And, of course, this year, 2022, our local charity is House of McCoy.
Last year, we discussed the highly anticipated House of McCoy on this very podcast. And this year, we are thrilled to announce that they are the KVKL 2022 season local charity. And they can be found at 1046 New Hampshire. House of McCoy is founded and run by Black and Brown community leaders and allies and aims to help young queer and trans folk, particularly those of color, to not only survive but thrive. Named after beloved educator Dr. Sheltrice McCoy and run by Executive Director Cody Keith Charles, the goal will be to provide youth, primarily middle and high school age people of color, with a safer space to explore their identities, dreams, and passions, and to be in a community with other queer and trans youth. House of McCoy foresees a plan of fluidity in order to be responsive to the people it is serving so that it may change as the needs of its community changes. Money raised would help to staff the center and focus on queer programming that would include focuses on education, emergency relief, housing stability, wellness, passion exploration, and food pantry, clothing swaps, and hygiene kits. For anyone interested in donating, you can find their Venmo and PayPal at House of McCoy. And for larger donations, please email Cody at houseofmccoy.org. You can also check out upcoming events and ways to get involved at their website at houseofmccoy.org.
Thank you so much for reading that. I have a hard time reading things that make me emotional. You've all seen it. My face turns red and I start to cry. So we're going to remind you guys what we did this past weekend. We played a lot of kickball, and some of us played a lot of kickball at the clinic. The Kickball for All is a action clinic that was the brainchild of Jackie Firecracker Becker, and Ari Likes It Harder, Oxter. And we've been doing it for 10 years now, and we rebranded it 3 years ago to make it a more all-inclusive space for the marginalized people in our community. So I think we had a really good turnout this week. Does anybody want to report on how hot it was?
It was hot as balls. I mean,
yeah, I had to leave early because I was dying of dehydration and everything. But
and you're
it was
the
really fun.
Person out there.
I know. I should have hydrated way better, but I really had fun when I was there.
Liv just wanted to go chill at the pool. Let's be honest.
I was super stoked because this lady, Denise, she's a secretary for the police department. She approached me and she showed up there She's got to be in her 50s or 60s, and she said she saw it advertised on Facebook, and she showed up. She knows nothing about the league, nothing about kickball, but she wanted to get involved.
Oh, that's awesome.
Was she the one, like, did she have her daughter or granddaughter with her?
Yeah, she had her granddaughter there, and so they both showed
Had a
up.
lot of fun.
So one of our drinking game words is KIFA. So let's all just take a drink because KIFA.
KIFA.
Anytime we talk about kickball, for all drink.
Are we going to make it to point number 5?
Nope, we won't get past point number 5. So thank you to all the volunteers. I literally can't name them all because so many people came out this year that were volunteering and also participating. I know we had a lot of new people. Sarah, who is newly engaged, she came out. And I'm looking for my notes. I'm so sorry.
There was a new guy named Will who got picked up by Empire.
Yep.
And he was out there learning some stuff. It was awesome to see a new face out there.
Yeah. So Sarah had never played before. She'd only watched from the crowd and left with a foundation of basic skills and a better understanding of a game from the fans' perspective. Lindsay Murray came out. She said, as a PE teacher, I thought the station leaders did a great job dividing and doing simple instruction and positive feedback to all the players despite skill level. And she says, I consider myself a seasoned player, but it's always to get back to basics and get lots of reps in. And then Christina Davis, also a first-timer, said, I wrote it down somewhere, but now I have to go look. And she said it was great. She caught the shit out of a pop fly in her game, and because of the pop fly station, she also laid down a beautiful bunt because of that station this last week, and she's ready for her game of the week coming up. All thanks to us. Yay.
Nice. Yay.
Yacy, you worked one of the stations?
Yes, I worked second base station. I found a lot of people found that pretty informative and that they needed some help on it. I feel like everyone improved just in the short time that they were at the station.
And then Sonia and David came out and grilled for us, which we wouldn't have been able to get home that day without a little food in us, I think.
It was all David. I just forced him into it.
That's,
Well, we thank you for that.
I also voluntold Derek to do things, so I get it. And then you were in the outfield this year.
Yeah, I was out there with Jordan. We were doing pop flies. I think everyone really liked that station. It seemed like when everybody came out there, because a lot of females and everybody doesn't really get to play outfield as much. Mm-hmm. So getting to see that perspective and realizing that anybody can play outfield was just really fun. And Jordan was very vocal. She's a better vocal. I'm more of a show type person. She's very more vocal. So
good combo.
It was a good combo. Yeah, for sure, it was a good combo.
Absolutely. And Stacy voluntold the Harpies to come out and work a station.
That's correct. Yes, we did the fast hands or get your hands ready, whatever you want to call it, this year. So I had 3 of my Harpy gentlemen come out and help. So it was nice to have them out. Perfect.
And
Actually,
Chelsea.
4, no, yeah, it was 3. Sorry. Yeah.
At least 3.
Yeah.
Chelsea jumped in and got volunteering on a station this year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's, we did the bunny station. So, yeah, it's really more Nicole and Kenny Flanders, and then David and I helped out. So,
Yeah.
Thank you, Brianne, for watching the Flander boys so Kenny and Nicole could have a day out at KIFA, drink.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Ari and I sat in the shade and bossed people around.
Oh, that's what we do best, and we're just so old. So it was nice to sit around and just play on the megaphone and run the music and just,
Keep the ice cold.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if you ordered a shirt, Stacy has them, and she'll be reaching out to you in the meantime to get a hold of them. You got to pay for them. We got to raise that money. All the money raised from this is going to go to House of McCoy. So give us your money and pick up your shirt, because I know holding on to these things is a pain in the ass, right?
Yes, correct.
And if you decided that you don't want to buy your shirt for whatever reason, we'll find someone to buy it. So if you're like, hey, I drunk ordered that one night, we can find someone to buy your shirt, we promise. So just let
they
Stacey
are
know.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, this weekend, if you don't get it soon, I might sell it this weekend. I have an event. So I have too many notes in front of me, and I'm trying not to lose my place. There's a Facebook group on Facebook that is specifically for charity, and there's a group specifically for the clinic. And if you'd like to get involved in either of those, just reach out and we'll add you to them. So any of the people here in this room today, we will help you out. And now we have a game with Megan and Aaron.
oh, yeah. Stacy needs to get up to get a drink.
Okay,
All
get a
right.
drink.
Well, game number 1, everybody knows about high school superlatives, like most likely to be president,
that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Well, we're kind of doing one for the KVKL this year. So everyone gets to draw a superlative from the bag and then state which player, team, or even both if you have an answer in both aspects, and what fits best and why. So we'll start with Ari since she drew first.
Oh, great. Well, mine's easy because it says most likely to make it as a professional musician. Well, I'm going to go with the Woost because, what is it? Wu-Tang is for the kids, right?
Brutang is for the children.
For the children? Sorry, I don't.
Oh, is this a fight now?
Ooh, dueling teams.
So I would pick Woost as a team, and also because I think there's a couple musicians on there, plus someone who like runs music like a boss, Jackie Becker, Up to 11 Productions. She is a sponsor of the podcast, Up to 11 Productions. She's on the Woos, so I think Jackie could run a whole fucking festival with her team.
And Bright Eyes will be playing on July 1st at Uptown. Speaking of Jackie Becker. Chelsea?
Right on. I have biggest spaz, and I'm going to go with Ashley from the Screamers.
So your own team?
Yes.
Damn, I wish I would have had that one this week.
Oh,
Not for me, but
I'm having trouble hearing.
all right.
you.
No,
Sorry,
Ashley
Chelsea.
from the Screamers is the biggest spaz. We love her. She's always entertaining. So, to you, Yacy. No.
I'll go. I've got Best Dressed, and I'm going to give that to Hannah Blodgett, period.
hands down.
Best Dressed Team? Ooh. There's a lot of good jerseys out there this year. I don't know. That's hard.
Free State's New Jerseys are nice.
Harpies are fucking awesome.
I feel like I haven't seen some of the jerseys yet. I haven't seen a lot of teams. I know Woos got a new jersey, and I feel like I always love theirs. I don't want to answer until I see everybody's jerseys. Oh, Late Fees had a good jersey. I don't know if it's new or not, but I liked it.
Shirt Factory has home and away colors.
I hate that. I know. And then
So fancy.
Avery sometimes has reversible jerseys. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna stick with. Oh, you know what? I really like Kicking Assets shirts with Frankfurter on them. I'm gonna go with that one then for a team.
Ooh, I also have to give an honorable mention to Corksuckers. Have you seen theirs?
No, I saw theirs last year. They had RBGs on them.
Now they usually do something in an homage to somebody who passed away, and it's Betty White this year. Gotta check it out.
See, I haven't seen anybody's
yeah.
clothes yet. I feel like I drew the worst one.
Sorry.
So I have most likely to get away with anything, and I'm going to go with the Reading Rockets because they're always a good time and they're always having fun.
Nice.
Because Hannah can get away with anything.
True.
Exactly.
Liv?
I had most likely to have their picture printed on money. I'm gonna have to go with my own team because we're playing like money right now. We're unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Harbor and my teammates.
You would.
I got best person or team to be stranded on a desert island with.
Ooh.
If I'm going to pick a person, it's Erin because she's perpetually prepared for everything and she'd probably have a go bag.
You're not wrong.
If I'm going to pick a team to have fun with, I think it'd be Honey Badgers. I think they got a lot of energy
They're a
and have
party
a lot of
team.
fun. Yeah.
Nurse, just in case.
All right, Aaron?
So I have most likely to appear on America's Most Wanted.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's a good one.
So hard to choose.
Would that
There's
have
so
been
many
would that
options.
really have been in a yearbook, though?
Oh, it would have absolutely been in a yearbook. Yeah. So, I'm actually. I'm gonna go with Chris Nevervee. A
Megan,
couple
are
of
you doing one?
reasons. Sorry. Executive producer decision. We have to announce this. Cutest couple that never was. This is going to go to Colin Flanders and Sarah Riley.
Oh, nice. Yes.
I mean,
Cutest
Megan?
best friend couple.
All right, so mine was the most changed since 6th grade.
Oh, geez.
And if we're talking about it like in seasons of kickball, it has to go to the Harpies because you guys were like dead last.
Nailed
This
it.
is true. This is
Started
true.
at the bottom.
Started at the bottom,
Here.
now we're here.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. And now, if I'm going with an individual, it's gonna have to be Cougar because I did go to school with him and he has changed from that long.
All right, Elle. All right, well, now that we've had a little bit of fun, the The drink. Oh, Stacey has what? I'm sorry.
Game's not over.
Okay. So most likely to win an Olympic medal.
Elliot.
Well, oh yeah, who just happened to be walking through the house when I pulled this one.
Yeah.
Most likely, I would. I'm gonna have to go with Kenny. And
for sure.
And I think it could go for a lot of different events. And team-wise,
It's tricky.
I know it is tricky. An Olympic.
Are we
medal for a
talking like
team.
the Olympics with the ribbon and the ball?
I mean, I figure it could be for any event. Any
Gymnastics.
event. If we're talking Olympic like ribbons and the balls, then I think I would have to go with the Rockets.
Yes.
Yeah.
The most flair.
Yes. Definitely have the flair.
All right. Okay, fun game. For the rest of tonight, if you hear us talk about a drone, like the one you will see this coming week at Game of the Week from Joan Lawrence, drink. Also, if you hear us refer to a pool party, drink. So, Sunday recap of Kickball Week 5. Kickball happened June 19th. Who wants to go first? We have Hulk and Blue, 5 o'clock. Triple X, 21 over Kicking Assets, 9.
That would be me. I watched this game. Actually, I reffed for an inning and a half in this game. And initially, this was pretty close. I will say that Assets started out playing with 9 players in the field, kicked 9. Triple X didn't have too many more. I think they maybe had 10 or 11 players. But basically, they both had late ads in the game as well.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Which was interesting because as I was scorekeeping at the time, I had never experienced that, and it was like we had to bust out the rules and check because it was like they can have their own spot at the bottom, and I'm like, I don't think that sounds right.
That is right. That is actually the correct rule.
The way we interpreted it
was interpreted wrong.
Was well, we can bust that out later and read it.
I'm going to read
it. But it basically said because they had already kicked through the lineup more than once, they had to put it in a split position. So actually, I don't think that was, and Thomas was like, yeah, I think pretty sure that's the way he saw it as well. But really, in all honesty, that may not have been to his team's advantage. So,
That's what,
so that was kind of an interesting experience for me. But I will say that there was some great plays by the ladies on there. There was Emberly with a great encroachment line drive catch where she fired up there. It's pretty badass. Heather had a throw. She threw out a runner at first from shortstop, so that was pretty nice.
That's amazing.
Lindsay from Assets had a catch in left field to close out an inning.
Love it.
And then I don't know what that says there. Sorry, but at any rate, there was another thing of interest in this game was that there were 2 collisions at home plate.
Oh no.
So
You hate to hear that.
again, it wasn't nearly on the level of one that we'll probably talk about later, but it was still one that people probably need to have a little more presence of mind when they're at home plate as to where they're located.
And it looks like Triple X and Kicking Assets both had a lot of on-base stranded people, and that'll always bring you down. But shout out to Marisa for getting on base and scoring twice this week. Love to see the ladies do work. And Emberly scored 3 times from XXX.
Good job, ladies.
She's fast.
She is fast. So the official rule, how to add players to a late roster. Any additions after the first kick of the game must be added to the bottom of the lineup unless it would create an illegal lineup, in which case the late addition may be added to a shared spot in the lineup. The opposing captain and scorekeeper must be notified of all changes to the lineup, and all changes must be approved by the head referee. That's the generic short version, which basically means adding a person to the bottom of the lineup unless it's already full. Then you add them to a split spot starting at the bottom and working your way back up to the first kicking spot. And there's more information on that, and we can go over that if anybody has questions for me in the future. But I remember when that rule got changed because people were adding split kickers to the one spot just to fuel bases. or adding them to where their next kicker would be. Anyways, the next kickball game.
Sounds not nice.
Sounds not nice. Is Holcomb Blue, Bald Beavers 14 at Sacred Sword 5. I got notes from this one from the captain of Bald Beavers. She said the only note she had was, we played great, okay, as a team. The only shout out she has was for Darcy, who played an amazing defensive game, but everyone else played great. I heard there was some injuries pre-game on this one, and Sword was short people. Not really sure. It looks like they batted 10.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah.
Both teams batted 10.
Yeah.
They've usually had some extra players when I've seen them out.
Yeah.
Sword. Yeah, like I talked to Adam for, he sent me some notes on this game, and he said, unfortunately they just have not been able to get a consistent team out there, and every week it's like 3 to 5 new players. So when that happens, you just, you can't get it together quick enough.
Yeah.
He also had some notes about his ladies.
Oh, good.
So,
Adam Mitchell,
actually not his ladies, but a Bald Beavers lady said made a triple play. So he wanted to give them.
Ooh, that must have been Darcy.
Wait a minute,
then.
How did that not
I
make
would like
the
to hear
notes?
more about this
Right.
triple
Wait a
play.
minute. Maybe it wasn't Beavers. Wait a minute.
I know Adam Mitchell showed up right on time for the game wearing a dad shirt coming straight from Father's Day event that he came to. And then I think Josh Hunt got hurt before the game and didn't make it out today or that day.
No, I'm sorry. It was a big shout out to the Bald Beavers for helping out with the reffing because of Josh Hunt's injury.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it was. And I swear he said something about a triple play, but now I'm not finding it.
Okay. I'm sorry we don't have more notes
female
on this.
second base
There you go.
got all 3 outs.
That's definitely Darcy.
Yes.
Oh, she got all 3 outs.
Yes.
She'd have a triple play.
Sorry, yes. Sorry.
But still awesome.
She had a hat trick. But thanks for your notes, Adam.
No, we'll take it. Holcomb Gold, 5 o'clock. JWE 15, Harbor 24. I'm pretty sure we've got somebody here who has something to say about that game.
Yeah, this game was fun to play in. Both teams in the outfield, it was a hard day for outfielders. Like, the wind just carried that ball. You would think it was landing, and then it would just keep going. But it was really fun. Shout out to Ayo. He had 11 RKIs, I'm pretty sure.
Ayo.
And had a home run in there.
Good Lord.
Trey had a grand slam. And then Trey also had a home run. I had a home run. That was my first one ever. I was smiling. It was an amazing feeling.
KIFA week.
Yeah, first one, not last. But shout out to my girlfriend for that because she left this week to Costa Rica. And so I had to prove it to her that I was going to do that so she won't leave me again. So this is what you get for missing the game. No, I'm playing. But yeah, no, it was a fun game to play in. And we all had a good time. So yeah.
And then, let's see, I didn't get any notes about JWE.
Oh yeah, my pool party, July 2nd, 90s theme.
Drink.
Ladies and gentlemen, but mainly ladies come out.
90s theme.
While my girlfriend's in Costa Rica, come to my pool
No,
party.
she's going to be there. She's going to be there. She's going to be there.
Drink. I don't have a lot of notes on this for JWE, but I know they traditionally have a solid squad of ladies.
No, for sure. Their ladies balled out, like always. Pitcher. I think they play pitcher and second and shortstop. But their shortstop girl is new to the team, and she had a lot of impressive catches and, held us a couple of times. So they were solid for sure.
Nice. Very good.
Anytime Avery loses is a good time.
Oh. I say he's got a sport team in every pocket.
He's
Holcomb,
also very much trying to be Matthew McConaughey from that movie. I keep getting older; they stay the same age.
Oh, yeah.
His
All
recruiting
right.
method.
there's one on every group. Holcomb Gold, 7 o'clock. Jazz House 10, Ghosts 5.
Yeah, I watched that game as well because I tried to help ref it as well.
Nice.
All the ladies balled out on both teams. Kaylin and Ellen, and I think the other girl's name is Rachel from Jazz House. They all had really impressive kicks, and we're getting on a lot. Ellen toasted the outfield in the 7th for a double RKI, so that was huge. And then Jazz from Ghost, she was kicking really well, so that was solid, and she played really pitcher really well too.
Yeah. And I know Lauren and Katie Keating were super sad they didn't get to play. Katie's got the vid and Lauren's got the broken hand. Lauren says Rick played for Jazz House this week. He hasn't played in a couple years. He did have an RKI. He got on second.
All right. Nice.
And Lauren also says they need to stop doing hero throws and they'll prevent more runs. I got to watch a couple minutes of this game, and there's a girl on Ghosts. Her name is Amber. She is a boss, man.
She's
kicking
fourth?
She's kicking fourth.
That's awesome.
She kicked a double, a single, a double, a double, a triple, a single. Like she's so good. I'm talking about over the course of the year so far. I've been tracking her. This game specifically, she kicked a double with 2 RKIs, and then she slid home. She slid and beat the tag. And I think
head first or feet first?
Feet first.
Okay.
Brian Schultz kicked her in. And it was just that inning I got to watch was the only time they scored. It was great. And then I left and I felt bad because I saw the score later. So yeah. But watching her play was great. And then Haley came in and played, and she got on base a few times. So they left stranded runners as well. So I think they work on their lineup. They'll be doing better next year, I think. But they've lost their 8-2 that they were predicting. Sorry, Katie.
Katie was predicting.
Katie was predicting.
Sorry, Kiki.
Sorry. Holcomb Red, Asteroid Head 28 at Scoonies 17. Did anybody get to see anything on this game?
Yeah, I reffed this game, and historically, Asteroid Head always has big boots. They always kick a bunch of shit in the outfield. This was like a fucking clinic. They found gaps. There were several times where Scoonies were playing pretty deep, but also we've played most of our games this year at YSC, and the fields are so much shorter. So the way the field is laid out at Holcomb Red with that big dirt path behind the bases before you get to the grass fucked up a lot of people.
Yeah.
And Asteroid Head just capitalized on the skill set that they have.
Yeah.
Tozer from Scoonies was playing first base. He twisted his ankle. I think it was early in the game. He was like, I'm okay enough to play. Still played first, which is impressive because you are in most of the plays. Yeah. And then after that, he actually did in the park home run, and I think that aggravated it. So another interesting thing, JD from Asteroid Head got stung by a bee late in the game. So that's why it says he was injured.
Injury, yeah.
He left. He stayed in the dugout, but like took himself out of the lineup just to not exacerbate. Okay. He's allergic. He was fine. Didn't have any.
Can you pee on a bee sting, or is that just for jellyfish?
Since it's a children's park, we opted not to.
You're so close to the bathrooms in there.
But yeah, there were also. It was actually like the score doesn't show that it was pretty back and forth. It was almost a 2-hour game, which was insane.
It looks like it was
there
close
were
in the fourth
definitely
inning.
I think 2 innings that Asteroid Head went through their lineup at least one time.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like they did in maybe the first inning and then again in the 5th inning.
Yeah.
I have a question. Did you score keep this game?
No, I ref first base.
Okay.
Because I'm the only one that can handle yelling back at people.
Love it.
Don't fuck with me.
Both
You want to fuck around and find out?
That's right.
We've met. There are both teams have a scratched player, and both teams' scratched player is a split kicking spot, and both people got scratched. So Ben and JD kicked 11. It says JD out for injury, and it just says Ben left. And that was for Asteroid Head. And then for Scoonies, in the 7th spot, there's Joe and Taylor.
They scratch an entire
It says Joe and Taylor out injured. Like both of them?
I know Joe.
So I'm like, how did both people get hurt in both games?
Scoonies was having some injury issues coming into the game.
Okay.
And I think Joe tried to do 1 inning so that he could have eligibility, and also because they were going to be short.
Oh.
I have no idea about the scoring. Wasn't my job.
It's just a weird thing. It's a
so
weird
both
stat.
get injured. You just scratch that whole spot.
If they're both injured, yes. That's
also,
why,
remember,
that's a weird stat.
Don't play to get your eligibility. Don't put yourself out there. If you're hurt, you should not be playing. We also have the new rule where you can ref a game, which would count to your eligibility. You have to reach out to the board and talk to us, but you can do that. Please do not put yourself in a game to make yourself eligible when you are injured.
Yeah.
It is not worth it.
Not worth it. Real life should come first.
I think it's that old goat blood. Can't give it up.
I mean, I played once in a makeshift neck brace because we didn't have a third girl. with ice packs around my neck with an ace bandage because I got whiplash from a water skiing accident.
Yeah, my child played and he should not have, but hey.
Things happen.
Yeah, Grant.
Okay. Holcomb Red, 7 o'clock, 23rd Street Brewery. Screamers! Screamers! Free State. Free State 11, Screamers 3. I personally expected the score to be closer. I'm surprised.
Well, there you have it. We had fun. They had fun. It wasn't like combative like you would think it would be with the two teams that we're talking about who have reputations for that, but clearly have not been that way, at least this season. It's early. Some of
Not
my
for every
notes
team.
on the game were literally like Free State had lots of hard grounders. They found gaps. They were really good. They have 6 ladies. They don't play all at the same time, but they did all kick and they did all play during that game.
Nice.
None of them were slouches. So Missy got that wicked pitch that I love. It was just a lot of fun. Erin and Alyssa did great jobs. Ashley was there. She did good. She was entertaining as well. I'm not really sure if it's okay for me to do her famous call, but we're online. Okay, basically it's suck that dick. And somebody had a really great kick, and it was a suck that dick, and then no gag. So, which left most people oh my God, too much. And we had Carly with us.
Oh, yeah.
This game. This is the first game back for her. And she was pretty solid. She had a play at third where she came up and they had a runner coming in and he slid in hard and she still made the play. Later on, she did say that if she'd seen him coming in that hard, she probably would have just pulled her leg because she didn't want to, get messed up. But my game, not so great, but, I warmed up well, but I just again, 2 line drives that I didn't catch, literally hitting me. and Lindsay with the kicking it right between my legs.
Oh, I did see. I got to watch some of your game, and when I got up there, I thought you guys it looked like a close game, and I think it was. I think it was 3-1 at the time.
I mean, the refs did say that the score they felt like the score wasn't necessarily as indicative. I mean, we just
you guys had base
we
runners.
got people on, we just didn't produce. We didn't get them around all the way. So,
and I've got notes.
Oh, we had a new guy too, Sam. We had a new guy play as well. It was his first game ever, and he had some pretty good catches.
Seth said about Free State that their offensive MVP was Hannah for the best slide into third base. The defensive MVP was Sarah for her back-to-back putouts that settled the defense down early. I got to say, Alyssa comes to play kickball with knee pads on. That girl dives for everything. She gets dirty, and she's in it. I love watching her play.
Sometimes I think it's unnecessary.
It might be unnecessary sometimes, but it's just really cool to watch her play because she literally puts her all into it. And then Dieter's back, and, every time she's on the team, it's fun because there's just an intensity with her.
I love Dirty D.
Love her. The next game is Bunt and Grind at Poshwash. Bunt and Grind 20, Poshwash 13.
I can go first. Yeah. I missed the beginning of the game, but when I showed up, it was a pretty close game. I think it was tied 9-9 in the 6th inning. And then that's when Bunt and Grind pretty much went through their lineup. I think that's when CJ had his bounce over the fence triple.
Yeah, he had a triple.
And at that point, nobody knew how many outs there were, and there were no outs.
Yeah.
And it kind of snowballed from there. But then Poshwash came right back and went on their own run. I think they scored 4 or 5 that same inning. I added it up, and there were 4 RKIs and 1 run by Bunt and Grind, so 5 runs, which they won by 5 runs. So even though we always remember the big plays, it's sometimes those little plays or those impact players that can help you win games. Yeah. And Poshwash, they had 4 runs by ladies and 2 RKIs, which I think you guys were playing 4 ladies in the field the whole day.
Yeah, we played. I started out at catcher. before we realized that one of our players had an injured knee, and we moved him to catcher at that point because he couldn't really sprint very well. But if I look back at it, he scored. He got on second, he got on first, so he was on base almost every time he came out to bat, even though he was hurt and couldn't do much. Alexis was back, yay! And Alexis was on base every time she kicked, and she had 2 runs.
She hasn't played in like 3 years.
Hasn't played 3
Just
years.
Came back and killed it.
So she rotated pitching with Nicole. Nicole Jameson and I were switch kicking, and we were both on base every time we kicked. So ladies had a great day for Poshwash. Nikki is our MVP of the game because she played shortstop most of the game and was just gobbling up anything that came near her, and she had a run and got on base all the time. So for the ladies, it was a great game. For the guys, not so much. The outfielders had a couple slip past them, and I think the outfield being short like it was messed with their depth of where they would normally play, I think.
Especially right field. I mean, it was so short.
It's super short.
Which we went into it knowing, it was going to have an impact on the game. I don't think anyone kicked it over the fence.
The wind was blowing right,
Yeah.
and right field is also where the fence is a little taller. So, yeah, I don't want to say anything bad about my team because I think we played really well. It was a fun game for us. And then for Bunt and Grind, Kristen had all the energy of like 1,000 deer. It was ridiculous. She's just so hyper.
When does she not have the
And
energy of 1,000 deer?
Kristen, if you're going to keep hitting on my center fielder, just go ahead and get his number. Okay? Let's call him.
Get those digits.
She goes, no, he's too young. I'm like, who cares?
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah.
Well, and they had 4 RKIs between 3 of their ladies, which I think was Raquel, Kristen,
Yes.
and one other. And then Keisha scored a run for them.
Keisha scored a run. Yeah, it was just a really fun game for the most part. There was only a couple of things that made us grumpy, and I'm pretty good about getting people out of a grump. So we'll move on. We play again next week. And Kickball will happen at Holcomb Left, 7 o'clock. Empire 8, Brewtang 22.
We kind of went back and forth on this game. We weren't sure if we wanted to be like the hate fuck of the week or whatever you call it. We decided that we would just wanted people to have fun. We were going to try to move people around to some different positions, work on some place kicking. So that's really what we did. And our offense honestly got better by us doing that.
There's a lot of notes on this
So I was really
one.
happy about that. Alicia played at Rover. She's tall. I don't know if you guys have ever met her, but she's taller. And she had the line drive come to her. She just stuck her hands up and grabbed it out of the air. So that was really sweet.
Nice.
Sounds like a nice snatch.
It literally says great catch in the 6th.
What I'm really proud of our ladies is that we're trying to turn all of them into utility players. So we don't want them to be, I can only play second base, or I can only pitch, or I can only play Rover. And not related to this week, but on Friday we were putting ladies out in outfield. We really want them to be utility players and fill in anywhere if that's needed.
Yeah, don't pigeonhole them to what they call the Fertile Crescent.
Yep, and that's
Exactly.
another
Yeah.
great reason for
Yeah.
KIFA.
Learn how to catch balls.
Absolutely. There are a lot of notes. Kristen was apparently
Kristen
a
again
scorekeeper.
on fire. You mean from here?
Yeah, read the
Okay.
notes.
Which one are we on? Hold on, let me find it.
Turn the next page. Pool party.
I'm a little lost. Okay, here we go. So a great slide into second. Thomas. Thank you.
With Empire.
Yes. Sam kicked a dinker. Anna with a bounce off catch. Third base, Josh, quick action and great throw. Hit Biza out. Mary with a turning catch into 8th. Then a fingertip catch for second and the 3rd out. Will is a great runner. I wonder if that's the center fielder she's talking about. And had a spectacular catch in the 6th. Alicia found the perfect spot in the 3rd inning with a beautiful kick with loaded bases and 2 outs. Zach followed with 2 RKIs and a perfect kick. Mary has beautiful bunts. Sonia had 3 RKIs in the 4th.
I could have had 4, but I got robbed of one because our guy just had to get it in the park home run. He couldn't stop at third base.
Yeah. Sam out in the 6th with a girl on girl out. Thanks for all the notes, Kristen.
It was a great game. It was really fun, and we love Empire. I know some people on their team who really like them, and even though they're in last place, I think they're constantly working on trying to get better, and their kicks were great. Our defense is really good. Like, we're a tight defense. We don't usually let people score a lot of runs, and they scored way more runs on us than we planned. Like, we planned on it being close to a shutout. So they're going to be coming up.
Yeah. They've got a lot of good talent. They just need to hone it in, I think. Yeah. And on the official scorecard for this, I have to read it because I noticed it just now and it made me laugh. The referees are supposed to be written down at the bottom. We've got nicknames for the referees. Kevin, Big Papa Frost. Nicole, British Queen Jameson. We call her Dirty Diana or Handsy Diana. She talks with a British accent when she gets
all
drunk.
the time.
And she gets handsy when she gets drunk. So we call her Handsy Di. And then
Dirty Diana.
Dirty Diana. Hands on base all the time, Barry. And Kristen with 2 eyes, CS. So
and the
nicknames are cute
eyes,
too.
like, and her little, like,
Drew
nickname, Drew Eyeballs.
So look at the score sheet. Sometimes they're funny. Next game, Holcomb Wright, 5 o'clock. Soda Jerks 1 at Reading Rockets 7. Aw.
What happened here?
Well,
Except for I do, like,
Should
the
we read
notes.
Derek's outside
Derek, the
burning
notes are
poison
pretty
ivy. Should we bring him
good.
inside?
I mean, if you really want to. I do know before the game even started, Derek collided with his center fielder running for a practice ball catch.
He got hurt in warm-ups.
He's got a big cut on his eye. He has a black eye right now. That's in the notes. And then one of the players, Elliot, who normally kicks first, he normally leads off and plays center. He pulled his calf in the first inning and had to switch to a different position because they only had 10 players. So he played the rest of the game, but he's not going to play the next 2 weeks. Heads up, guys. So he's hurt. He's out for 2 weeks. And I don't know if Jess is going to be able to make it back for the rest of the season. So, yeah. Anyways, the rest of this game, I don't have a lot of notes. I think there's some notes written.
You got to read the bottom of the jerk notes.
Oh, there they are. Okay.
Why did Josh's leg keep falling
Oh,
off?
yeah.
Was it because it was sweaty?
Because Josh Written, if you don't know,
Because he plays so fucking hard.
True, he just runs out of that damn leg.
is working with 1 3/4 legs, and just sweaty as shit. The part that is supposed to be like a sticky plastic that sticks to his leg, it was just too sweaty. He literally said to me, it was like somebody filled my leg sheath with lube, and it just flew right. It stayed standing, and he kept running. He ate grass.
We need to get some stickum for that.
So Josh
for
is
these
having a
sweaty
bad
days.
week. He got rear-ended earlier in the week, so he's just having a bad week.
Oh,
Poor Josh.
So, I don't.
One of our producers wrote, in what might be the strangest phrase uttered on our podcast, Josh's leg kept falling off, but it didn't hold him back. But did it hold him up?
Most of the time it does. Also, it says 2-run home run by Rockets, Matt in the bottom of the 4th to take the lead. And then it looks like they just nickel and dimed him in the 6th. And then no more scores for the rest of that. So it doesn't look like, it looks like they had a lot of fun, but I don't know that anybody had a chance to go see this game in person. And I didn't get any notes from anybody else. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Rockets. Sorry, Jerks.
I'm sure Hannah was wearing the gold shorts, though.
Oh, absolutely. I'm surprised
probably.
Normally Hannah writes notes before and after each game, so I'm surprised she didn't this week. Hannah, I'm sorry.
I don't know how you can breathe in gold lame when it's so hot out.
But she looks beautiful.
Kudos to those gold shorts, Hannah.
Holcomb Wright, 7 o'clock. Kansas Tree Care 15. Red Legs 5. Looks like Kenny kicked for the cycle. And Kenny had an inside the park home run. Which
Kenny, we're only
counts as
mildly
kicking
impressed.
for the cycle. And Nick also had an inside the park home run.
What?
And then I got notes. I just have to find them. I'm a mess over here. Sorry, guys.
Good job, Kenny. Thank you for teaching bunting at the KIFA clinic on Saturday.
Yeah.
KIFA.
It says Zimney. I reached out to Zimney. He said our team is a combo. There's a combo where half the team has a lot of experience, the other half has very little. But the attitude and energy has been great from all, and the progress I'm seeing each week makes me feel like the Red Legs' future this season is a bright one. Jordan is a boss-ass bitch. She's a badass player, captain, and coach. I love playing for her and with her. And I was like, yeah, she's a fucking killer out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows that. I found notes for the Jerks Rockets game from Liz Carr. It says, I refed the end of the Soda Jerks game. Jerks struggled to get on base with runners, but still gave 110% at the end. Hannah's energy the whole time was so fun. I don't know how she has that much energy during a 5 o'clock game. Sorry. Any other notes on KTC or Redlegs? Kansas Tree Care?
It looks like Angela's still out with her injury, but I feel like I see PT on her Instagram stories every week, so I think she's getting better. Hopefully she'll be back. She was reffing, so that game counts for you.
It looks like Mags or Cass was able to score for Kansas Tree Care. I can't tell if any of the other... They don't fill them in. They just kind of outline them, whoever did the score sheet.
I know, I was confused. I was like, where's
Yeah.
all these runs? But they're just not filled in.
And for Redlegs, it looks like...
So many things to fill in.
Looks like Jess scored
It
for
looks
Red
like Jess
Legs.
scored. Anna got on base. There's 2 Annas for Redlegs. That's confusing.
There's 1 in and 2 ins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a couple people got on base for them. Again, not a lot of notes. I'm sorry, guys. Next game, Broken Arrow. Welcome back, Broken Arrow. We missed you. 5 o'clock, R-Bar, 7, Home Loans, 11. Did anybody make it out to this game? Is this the only game we have no notes on? We failed again.
There's some notes written on the home loans
Okay,
score sheet.
can somebody read them?
Says in the first that Wilson had a home run, hit infield, outfield, grass line, so it probably bounced off of there, causing the ball to go over the center fielder's head.
Yeah.
In the second, there was an error by the scorekeeper. 2 runs scored by Nicole and Gage. The outs were Kara, Daniel, and Wilson, and with Wilson on second.
Oh, okay. It looks like they just marked the wrong people. Okay.
So we don't know any lady action we can tell from
It looks like Kara scored, got on base, and then, let's see, Natalie, Isabella. It looks like they played 4 ladies. Kylie scored. No, that's Kyle. Sorry, it looked funny.
Looks like
I do
Sarah
know
or
that, yeah,
Amber
Sarah
scored.
Sarah from
scored.
Arbar scored 2 runs. They were splitting, and I think 2 out of the 3 times that Sarah kicked, she made it home.
Yeah, and it looks like a girl named Shelby for R-Bar got on base and got stranded a couple times. So let's work on another
Getting
clinic
those
thing.
ladies
Should
in.
be not stranding players in the future. That should be a clinic thing. Next game, Broken Arrow, 7 o'clock. Post House 9, Shirt Factory 3.
Ooh, I got to watch this game.
because you like it harder?
It is because I like it harder.
Woo,
Yes.
woo.
I made it over to Broken Arrow to watch this game, so I was there for a few innings, and I was like, oh, yeah, I need to take some notes. So I was just oogling the third baseman. Let's see. For Shirt, they've got Bree
Pool party.
covering second. I miss her at the mound, but she is at second and taking all those throws from Steve at third. Like, her hand, I mean, the ball doesn't even, like, waver in her hands. Like, Steve's rocketing it over there, and she's just, like, psh, like catching it. Every throw from Steve to Bree was an out. Her sister Riley was playing short and had some great catches there and some great bunts. Their center fielder, who is some young, they got some young friends of Urish's kids playing there. And this center fielder's just, like, diving his ass off like Sam on our team, 5 or 7 years ago when he used to dive all the time. Their center fielder was great. For Post House, Mariah, who is Richard's girlfriend, had an amazing catch. She was at Rover, and it was a diving catch into the foul territory, like into the dirt grass area. Like, it was amazing. And then there was a line drive. Shirt kicked the line drive to the third baseman. It bounced off of him, bounced over, and then bounced off of Riley, and then she, I think, stopped it with her foot and, like, popped it up and then got it and threw it, like, sidearm to first and got the out,
dang.
of course. She had so many just, like, good outs from pitcher to first.
She's solid. Yeah, she's
so
solid.
good. Marcus kicked it to Topeka.
Hey.
Over left field, over John Peach's head. It was a bomb. Like, he could have just walked the whole bases. He was in sweatpants and long sleeves per usual.
Of course.
Um, Marcus always fully covered from head to toe.
He's got a good reason for it.
And Colin Flanders had a really good diving catch as well on post house. I mean, what scores 9-3? It was
Close
just
game.
It was just post house doing really well on offense, and
It looks like
Shirt
Shirt
not
Factory
doing
couldn't
very
string
well on
anything
offense.
together.
Yeah.
It's 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3 up and down the score sheet for Shirt Factory.
yeah,
So
it was just post house's game to win.
For sure.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good if they held them to 9 because Post House does like to score a lot of runs if they can.
yeah,
Yeah, and they will capitalize on your mistakes, and a ball thrown behind them.
Oh, yeah,
they've got
they'll
a lot
run.
of speed on that team, a lot of smart players.
Aggressive runners.
Yeah, Betsy and Simon were gone.
Yeah, I was about to say something about that. They were gone because of their
1 year anniversary trip.
yeah, for sure. But I was gonna say Betsy's my kickball crush, so I was kind of sad that she wasn't here this weekend. She's like
Everyone's got to have a kickball crush.
right.
to.
She plays first for us, and she's like solid with those hands.
Are you talking about
Oh, for
365?
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
traveling, yeah,
Okay,
she
she
plays
plays first.
Okay,
She's so good at first.
absolutely. More kickball happened. Lions East 5 o'clock. D Holes 5. Johnny's 14. There's a lot of notes on this one. It says the sun will not stop. The sun will not stop Cedric. Amazing plays at third baseman. Right after I wrote this, mistakes were made in the 7th. Amazing catch by Sam Beeham to stop the bleeding in the 7th. Top-notch rally kicks by Ari and Sam in the 8th. Tall jumping catch by Zach at first base to end the game on what would have been another otherwise stellar kick by
Oh man,
Bickle.
that was a kick by Bickle, and it was like on a fucking rope, and that guy just
Snatched it out of the air.
snatched it straight out of the air.
Great kick by Mike in the 5th. Carry clutch stop and throw to first for the 3rd out in the 6th. Austin slide at 2nd and had another slide at home to score in the 8th. Any notes from the players?
Carrie at first, or Carrie at pitcher is just like, she's a fucking monster.
I mean, I don't know how many times we had to tell people, if you're going to bunt, keep it away from Carrie. And they
Yeah.
were just like, well, we'll just keep giving it to her
Is
then.
she
Yeah.
is she gunning you down or running you down?
Both, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
it didn't
you
matter.
know Carrie.
I mean, she pitches and then she can slide over and play bump block in like two jumps. Like she's just
we
tiny
weren't-
and fast and good.
I mean, we have a lot of people on our team who don't play in City League, who only come out on Sundays and aren't very often there or active on the Facebook page. So when they get to those games, sometimes it's the first time they've ever seen these players. So a lot of us kind of have to fill them in on them since we've played with them for so long. But yeah, I guess we didn't warn them well enough.
Honestly, the paper shows a different story. You guys took the lead. You were up 2-0 and 2-1.
That was the last time we had the lead.
2-1. But it looks like you held them. It was 3-6 going into the 6th. And the 7th inning, like the note says.
There was a lot of
Just
stuff
one
during the
bad inning.
7th inning that just complete flukes of nature too, or freaks of nature. A ball was coming down, and when it landed to bounce, it hit half on the ground and half on second base, which like ricocheted off. So nobody was in the direction that it went. And I think that happened like twice that inning too.
Bad luck and good luck.
Erase that 7th inning. That would be
yes, please.
great.
Except for the part where Sam had like the most amazing catch in the outfield.
Yes.
If you get rid of the 7th inning, the score would have been 7-5.
Yeah.
So was the 7th inning where the cooler came into play?
Oh,
God.
so we had a ref at third base, and his cooler, like his stuff for his game, was sitting there, and a ball got overthrown.
And it got wedged between the fence and their
yeah.
cooler.
And so then the refs had to get together, like because runners just ran, right? Like 3 people scored, and so the refs got together, yada yada yada. 2 runners went back because it was, it's like if a ball goes in a dugout.
Into a dugout.
Yeah.
After that inning, we put all that shit on the other side of the fence. So if you have big coolers and you're reffing, put it elsewhere because we don't want that kind of crap to happen.
That's crazy.
I think we had 2 double plays in this game,
I'm pretty certain, yeah.
and it's not on the score sheet, but I'm gonna tell you all because I have no shame. I hiked the ball between my legs and got somebody out of first base.
Yes, queen.
And that's the 3rd time I've done that successfully. Always in games that we're gonna lose, but I still did it. So, go me. Drink.
Right.
Woohoo!
It looks like Johnny's has some good stats for their ladies. Christina, like she said, is new. She was able to get on base. Looks like she got to third and then got.
Their ladies are good.
Yeah.
Like,
So
no-
both teams, you've got 1, 2, 3 outs going.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, Christina, when we played her earlier in the season, like she was bombing it into the grass routinely. So I mean, she definitely got a leg on her.
Yeah.
Jessie in warm-ups was just kicking the shit out of it. And every time she came up in the game, I was like, watch her fucking leg. I saw what she did in warm-ups.
Yeah.
And then she'd bunt. I'm just like, who's telling your ass to bunt? Like, you need to be kicking away, girl, because her kicks were over the long dirt infield and way into the grass. So their ladies are solid. Dare I say, I think their ladies are all better than their fellas.
Yeah. I will shout out to their ladies.
I said it. I don't care.
Carrie scored twice. It looks like Jessie scored. It looks like Lainey scored. Christina almost scored, but it looks like they had a lot of runs by ladies. So good job, ladies. Keep it up. I'm sorry, D-Holes.
Fun game, Johnny's. Fun game.
Next game, Lions East, 7:00. Woost 17, late fees 9. I do know that before this game there was a car accident for Danimal. He's fine. His car's totaled, but Dan is not injured. I don't know if he's wearing a shirt right now. Probably not.
Was he shirtless in the car accident?
I think he was wearing a shirt in the car accident.
Okay.
It actually happened right in front of Gio and Elliot's house on the way to Kickball on Derek's team.
Oh.
So they went out and checked on him. And I got a hold of Amanda today, and he is fine. He can't get a hold of a rental car, so he can't come to work for a few days. But Dan is fine. So I know Woost was playing without Dan, last minute decision.
And that's a huge
That is
loss
a huge
to not be
loss
playing
to them,
with.
yes.
Dan's the man.
It doesn't show it on the
Nope,
scorebooks.
does not.
True.
There are no notes for this one, so someone was there. Oh, it says, feels like 105 degrees, lots of chirps.
Chirps.
That's what the scorekeeper wrote
A lot of chirping.
from Johnny's. Did you stay and watch this game?
I think the heat made everyone just a little bit angry on Sunday.
Did either of you stay and watch
Actually,
this game?
No, I
I
went
think
to
you're actually looking at, Aaron, you're actually looking at the Harpies
Oh, okay.
notes, because there are no notes on the Woost and late fees game.
Oh, then they're in the.
So the Harpy game with
the
chirp
notes
was
are in the wrong spot. The person with the notes on the Harpies game just went outside. So
Not the Harpies game.
Not
not the Harpies
game.
game. Woost and
The
late
Woost
fees.
game.
So we'll come back to Woost
Too
and late
many
fees. She has notes.
seltzers. Too many seltzers.
Lions West, 5:00. Harpies 17, Red Lion 20. This is where there was chirps. This is where the chirping happened.
This is definitely where the chirping happened.
Again, this is why you don't say on the internet.
He did not. Nope.
Or I guess it was said for him. But
It
this
was
is why you
reported.
don't ever say you're going to hold the Lion to 4.
Neither team
You know,
was
it
held
was
to
just
under 10.
him and a friend talking. He wasn't like.
Red
know.
Lion only likes to show out when people don't expect them to show out. Like,
Yeah.
That's true.
I reffed this game, so it really just came down to Harpies burned the Red Lion outfield in the starter and got some runs, and then later on, Red Lion returned the favor by burning some of the Harpies outfielders. Later in the game, Harpies kind of did some mistakes that allowed Red Lion to capitalize. Both teams, I was on the third base side, so I can't say it all, but the Booze and Heat definitely got some chirping going on. I think there was an injuries to both teams, Grant, later in the game, and then there was a woman early who... Janelle was bunting and had a quad issue, I think. So both had injuries in the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Chelsea, you can understand this. You have children, and children don't listen.
What?
Children don't listen. And I told my team, I was like, look, guys, yes, Red Lions team is older. They may not be as fast as us.
So old.
But these guys have been playing forever, and they all play soccer. They know how to fucking play kickball. Do not sell them short. They can fucking kick. Did they listen to me? No, because I'm old and I don't know what the
Listen
fuck I'm
to your
talking
mother.
to.
Listen to your
Talking
mother.
about, right, exactly. And Chris Neverby burned Will twice.
I believe it.
Hopefully Will learned his lesson and will listen to me when I say he can kick. Back the fuck up.
Do
Wait, why
you
was
have like a timeout playpen in the Harpy dugout for these
Maybe
kids
I
that don't
need
listen to
one.
you?
Maybe I need one.
wasn't Will playing catcher last week?
No, we have two Wills.
It's very
We have
confusing.
two Wills. Sorry. We have Will in our center field and Will at catch.
Okay.
So,
So which Will is in center field?
Davis.
Davis.
Lawfer is our catcher, yes.
Right. So that's what is that? Legacy Harpy.
Legacy. He should know better. He's been watching the games for 10 years. He should have known. But no, he did not listen, and
It will happen.
So I saw Troy Pomeroy in the parking lot.
Yes, he played for Red Legs most recently, but wasn't playing.
Okay, so he didn't play this week at all?
No,
he just
didn't
came.
play.
He and a couple, I think, was
He
it
watched.
Chris Ford too? Came
Yeah,
out?
Chris Ford and Troy Pomeroy are quote-unquote retired, which they've both quote-unquote retired multiple times, so we'll see. Yeah. What were you going to say about Troy?
Oh, I was just curious if he played for
Oh, no.
Red Lion or if he played in that,
No.
NA game today or Sunday,
I just
whatever
wanna-
day it was.
Also, in this game, before we move on, I wanted to give a big shout out to Lindsay Murray for trying to control her team. There was a lot of chirping going on, and Lindsay stepped up, and I thought she did a really good job trying to squelch the bantering that was going on. So thanks, Lindsay.
Also, congrats, Lindsay Murray got engaged yesterday.
Woo-hoo! Well, when you look at the score sheets here, it looks like the ladies did pretty well for both teams. Lindsay didn't split kick. The rest of the ladies for Red Lion did. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. It looks like they got some on bases there, and then the ladies for Harpies, Becca scored, got on base a couple times. It looks like a little more struggling over there.
Yeah, it looks like Hal
Yep.
got on base.
Yep.
I completely fouled out, so a 30-pack for my team on Sunday. So
Ooh, mommy's bringing beer.
yeah, I'm
You're
bringing
the cool
beer.
mom.
They are all 21.
You should
They
make
are.
Will
My whole
bring
team
the
is
beer.
21
Make
and
Will
over.
bring it.
All right.
They definitely are.
The next game, Lions West, 7 o'clock. Drop Stoppers 4, Young Spine 5. Ooh, close game, yes.
Yeah, so I'll start with some kudos to our team. Heather, playing second base, had a tipped ball, tipped it 3 times to herself before she eventually caught the ball while falling to the ground. Great job there. Tyler from shortstop made some awesome catches. He was all over the infield. Aaron, our catcher, to Anthony, our first baseman. The connection was solid all game. On to the drop stoppers. The first base person, Kelly, never got clear pronouns. So it's rare that I see a woman playing first, and she's tall. And she just trapped all of the balls to her chest. Just nothing was getting past her if it was thrown towards her torso. She also took a beating by the catcher who threw it, and she trapped it against her neck, and at one point even against her face, and her sunglasses went flying several feet in the air. No cares from her, just doing her job.
So she plays in Kansas City.
Yep, she plays in a Kansas City league. I think, but Adam said she's new to this league.
She's new to this league. Her and her husband are both new to KVKL, but they both play in Kansas City with Josh Ritten.
Welcome.
Drop
So Kelly
stoppers-
got a facial? Is that what I heard?
No comment. Drop stoppers basically shut down our bunt game, forced us to place kick the whole game. Kudos to them. Defense is what really won the game. Both teams had some drops and some bobbles and some crucial moments. I think both teams left bases loaded at one point each. So
Looks like it, yeah. Well, it looks like it was a really close battle for both teams.
it felt back and forth the entire time.
It
Yep.
was, yeah, it absolutely was. Looking at the score, you guys were tied 2-2 for a couple innings. You were tied 1-1 for a couple innings. They went up 4-2, and then they went up 4-3, and then you guys won in the bottom of the ninth. It looks like walk off.
Yeah, so there was a drop stopper say controversial call on first. They ball hit our runner before he hit first base, but they had called an interference on the first base woman. I didn't see it. I was sending my runner to home. So at that point, we were tied, 2 outs, 1 runner on first, and then we kicked around 3 people to get our guy home. That was the controversial out, and so I don't know. It was a good game. I always have respect for Adam's team. I would have been happy either way.
You started on that team, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good transition. The Young Spine, owned by Yacy, is a sponsor for the Kickball for All clinic and tonight's podcast. You got anything fun you want to talk about work-wise? You want to sponsor?
Yeah, listen, there's quads and hammies all over the place. I thought it was just a last summer thing from COVID, but I definitely do dry needling to help that stuff out, so you can hit me up if you need help with any of your kickball injuries.
Perfect. Let's go to Hobbs. Hobbs Park, 7 o'clock. Corksuckers 8, Tropics 7.
I got to watch this game, and it was a really, really fun game to watch. It was close the whole time. I've got some notes from Clint that he added. He said they only had 3 ladies this week, and I think they played the same positions all game. Sarah was at rover because her ankle was injured and she couldn't move around much, and Jill was at shortstop and Jana was at second. Corksuckers are just like a fun team to just like watch and play. I think like there was a lot of bantering going on in this game by the Corksuckers to their own players. So that was really enjoyable. They talk some major trash on poor Clint.
What about, did they talk crap on Cougar?
No, just Clint. Just Clint.
You can't talk trash on your teammates. Who can you talk trash on?
I think he likes it. It like pumps him up, and then he does really well. So it was quite funny. And
Has
then
Clint worn the singlet this year?
he did
Game of the week.
Game of the week. Yes,
He only
missed
wears it under the lights, I think.
Yes. So there were KBC has some like really awesome ladies, and I unfortunately don't know their names very well.
Piper, Kira, and Riley.
Yes, but while I'm watching, I don't know who
Sure.
they are, but I'm pretty sure it was Piper. Damn, that girl can kick. She amazing kicking and some great catches by her. And then there's some notes by Cougar. It says Piper was not only the best lady non-binary in the game, she was arguably the best player on the field, period. And I can attest to that. She was killing it on Sunday. She went 3 for 4 and could have went 4 for 4 and tied up the game in the 7th inning if there wasn't a spectacular tip drill catch by the left center fielder. And Piper had 2 terrific snatches at second base.
Nice snatch.
Snatches.
That should be a drinking word.
Kira made 2.
Twist my arm.
Kira made 2 put outs at pitcher to first base. Riley at rover made a scooping catch in the 6th inning. She had a gash on her left knee as a result of her fine efforts. Also, Riley inspired me to buy Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supremes for everyone on the team after the game because each time I yell crunch, crunch, crunch to get the outfielders to come closer, I can't stop now. On the defense, Riley yells Crunchwrap Supreme. Okay, something new we just learned. I don't know.
I'm sure.
So did he do it?
Yes, apparently he did.
Yes.
So Supremes for
delivered
a
to
week for the
Hobbs.
team during the season. Okay.
On the mound?
Let's hold him to that.
I'm hoping after.
hopefully
I'm hoping
after.
Since there was no 5:30 p.m. game for the last Sunday. Okay, hold on. Lots of notes here.
You
Hold
know
on.
the Crunchwrap Supremes, you can get them with taco meat or black bean. Just pro tip,
Okay.
if you didn't know.
It's a pro tip right there.
Want to spend extra time in the hot
It says there was a triple by Ben in the first inning on a line drive, a 2-shot home run by Ben. So Ben might be the MVP for Corksuckers.
Yes,
Ben is a badass.
totally I have so
booze.
many notes, but since it's the KIFA podcast, KIFA.
Yes.
Drink.
Drinks. We're allowed to talk nicely
Okay.
about everyone.
All right. Well, I've got some
Kickball is for all.
Thank you.
It is for all.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see here.
Any other Cork or Tropic notes?
I don't think any more that I need to. Ooh.
All right.
Okay. I will say that KB Tropics are doing this thing that a lot of teams do where they kick all 3 ladies in a row. Spread them out.
Boo.
I would like to discuss that. I want to know why that originated. Why is that a strategy?
That could be a discussion question. I'll add that.
Well,
or we can
Kicking
talk about it
all
right
3
now.
ladies
Stacking
together.
your ladies.
We can talk about that right
It's
now.
a
if you
lady
want.
sandwich in the
I-
7, 8, 9 spot.
I think it's sexist.
I think that's, yeah.
Yeah, Love Garden did it too, 8, 9, 10. A lot of teams used to do that in the past when it was considered a we're just going to get 3 outs anyways, so let's just get them back to back and move on to the next inning attitude.
Bullshit.
Which is, I think, literally why KIFA was started.
You mean 11 years ago, prior to KIFA starting?
prior to
Exactly.
KIFA starting? And there's still a few misogynistic people out there who are doing it, and sometimes it's a strategy and sometimes it's an accident. Most of these scorecards, it looks like they're broken up a bit, but you do still see them back to back. I love it when you see ladies in the 2 spot, the 3 spot, the 4 spot. But I do believe the 3 girls in a row, or the 3 females in a row, specifically is based on the attitude of, well,
Let's just get
get our
done.
3 outs out of the way and move
Let's
on
get
to a
that
better
inning
kicker.
done, move
and
on.
you'll always see a boy male figure kicking after them to reignite the lineup again after that.
Exactly.
And you will see that again. The final game of the week, which I somehow neglected to put on the master.
It's after the sponsor shout out.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Sponsor shout-outs. We're doing extra sponsor shout-outs today. Last week, we had some audio problems, and Drone Lawrence was the sponsor last week. And so Seth Sanchez was promoting his business. Drone Lawrence, they do amazing snapshots. You can hire them to do snapshots. You can buy the prints online. You can buy the calendar. Drone Lawrence does amazing work. If you haven't seen the picture of Championship Street, or Championship Night on Mass Street, go
amazing.
just Google Drone Lawrence, go to the link, go to the website, look at the pictures. They're amazing. They're really beautiful, and they do special requests and orders and things like that.
I like Championship Street myself. We should rename Mass just
Championship Street.
Yeah.
You really should. They've got a great
like
picture of the sunflower at Grantor Farms. They've got a great picture of Kansas City, the Western Auto. So check
They have
out
a great
Drone
picture
Lawrence.
of Hobbs too, don't they?
They have a good picture of Hobbs, but it's empty. And I have specifically commissioned. I've commissioned him to do a picture of Hobbs when it's full during a game.
Nice.
I should have got that for my wedding. I should have got a drone shot of Hobbs at my
Now
wedding.
we know.
That would have been great.
Now we know.
Shit.
So
Have to get married again.
Or
we're not talking about
Put
next
the dress
week yet,
back on.
but I will
Still got
say Drone Lawrence will be above the game of the week next week. So shout out to Seth Sanchez. Thank you.
maybe flash the drone
I
a
think
little.
you should
Show a
do
little
July
something.
11th instead.
I wish you would do all the games, if I'm being honest, to go with the broadcast that Aaron and Sean do, which is amazing. If you haven't listened to the Game of the Week podcast online, I definitely recommend you do that because you can watch it and listen to their play-by-play, and it's just a totally different game to watch when you do that.
Some of us have to go home because we live out of town. And then we sit in bed and eat Taco Bell and watch the game on our phones, and it's the best Sunday night ever.
Are they crunch wraps?
I'm really into the potato soft tacos right now, and the Mexican pizzas, which are now discontinued until August because they ran out of shit, apparently. I don't know.
It's a thing.
I had 2 the first week they came back, and now they're fucking gone again, so. It's pretty good. It's pretty
Also out of shit.
Okay, my notes say that now we're doing the Newlywed Game with
good.
Ari as our
It's not
host.
really
Oh,
newlywed. It's esque. It's newlywed-esque. We'll call it oldie-weds.
Is it
'cause we're
a
bunch
game
of
we
old-
could play at a pool party?
I'm a spinster.
You could play it. You could play this at a pool party. No, I'm going.
I don't see how I fit in. I'm a spinster. How do I do this?
So I passed out some paper and some pen. It's basically I'm going to ask you a question. You have 10 seconds. Write your answer down, flip it over, and then I want to see it, and you might have to explain to me why you picked that answer.
Anybody else need a pen?
And they are kickball questions.
Hopefully they're quick.
Okay, so we're trying to match what your answer will be?
Who are we matching?
No,
We're just trying to
it's-
match in general?
There's no match. I just want to see what you say under pressure. So it's not really a newlywed game. It was named
It's just a rapid fire question.
rapid
Who is
fire.
best under pressure?
Are there winners and losers? Because I'm terrible under pressure.
We're all winners. We're all winners at this table.
You give really good pressure.
Oh my god.
When you
Ooh.
pop somebody's back.
No, it's called adjusting. It's called you don't pop, you adjust. Correct? Isn't that right? You're adjusting, not popping.
Yeah, no one really cares. It's the same thing.
I want
It feels so
pops.
good though.
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so you have 10 seconds to answer this question. Write it down, turn it over, and then I want to see them all, and then I might ask you why you answered that way.
Do do do.
Okay, gotcha. I can do that.
Do,
I was
do,
like, wait,
do.
did we start already? The question is, if you could play on any other team, what team would it be? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7, 8, 9. Time's up. We'll go around the table, and I want to hear.
Oh, was I supposed to write an explanation too? You're like writing right now.
Yeah, maybe. It's a novel. All right, Chelsea, go. What team you'd play for the Woos and why?
Because I love to give jolly shit, and Esco's got the greatest laugh.
That's a
Good answer. Good answer. Dr. Yacy.
I put Reading Rockets or Honey Badgers because they have amazing energy.
I like it.
I also wrote Badgers because
They don't give a shit.
they don't give a shit, and I think that I am one of the best base coaches and kicking coaches in the league, and I think I can help them out with that.
I love it. Liv, and it can't be a team you already played on.
Shout out to the coaches.
I said Harpies because my kickball family's over there with Stacy and Grant. And
Love it. We would take you any day.
Next year's trade?
I broke the rule and said drop stoppers since they're what got me into the league and
Okay.
made me realize that it wasn't a bunch of douches.
Right?
Hey, shout out drop
Because there's a
stoppers.
lot of douches in around here.
There still are a lot of douches.
There's still a few douches.
I said Harpies as well, but I had a caveat. I said all the old players as well as the new players because I came in knowing the old players who are fucking awesome,
They are awesome.
lovely
Papa
people,
Fryer.
and there were cookies.
So,
Cookies.
There were vagina and boob cookies at the KIFA on Saturday. Drink,
Shout out
and
to
then
Lane.
the lady that brought her granddaughter walks over to the cookies and she goes, "What are these?" And I go, "Oh, they're cookies." She's like, "What flavor?" I was like, "Ginger." I don't know, but she's just staring at the vagina cookies, and I was like, "There's Oreos over there." I was trying to get her away.
No.
So Lane also made cookies for the Johnny's game that we played. We gave them cookies and we brought some to the podcast. There will be another game this season that there will be cookies at. So I can't guarantee what week that is, but there will be cookies at one game this
gonna
I
need
started
it.
reading the
this season.
flavors, and it was cocoa coochies and vanilla vaginas. And that granddaughter was
Ginger
right next to
snatches.
me, and she's like, "What?" I was like, "I think it's chocolate and vanilla."
Shout out to the Ginger Snatch. They're delicious.
I chose Brutang
Yeah.
because it's for the children.
Brutang.
We all know I fucking love children.
Hold on.
We know you do.
And we have a cute baby now.
She is actually the cutest.
Really cute. I chose the Rockets because they are just so much fun, and I just love reffing them and watching them play. They just always have a good time.
They normally have a good set list.
Yeah, good music. Yeah.
Ari, did you write?
I did not write. Do I have to pick one?
Do 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 do.
Am I lame if I say I want to play with my husband so we have the same schedule so we can just ride the same game together?
Yes.
I
That's
literally,
fucking
It's
lame.
convenience.
I literally almost did that.
Right?
There's
I'm
no
just
way
so
I would
you
play
know,
on a different
take
team.
him across town.
That's
I'm
way
gonna
too
pick you up.
complicated. Reffing and playing.
And
Right?
you have a baby now. That's a lot of work.
What's
Yeah.
the next question?
Oh, I've got another one. You guys have some more cards. Let me open. You only have one bar in LFK to go to for the rest of your life. What bar is that? One. I know your answer.
I'm not going to even
2,
bother.
3. Pick a bar. 4, 5.
Can we just
6,
start now?
7. If you all have our bars.
Red
picked up.
Lion.
Everybody at once. One.
Red Lion.
West
Even though-
Coast.
Oh!
Red Line is way too far from my house.
I wrote Sandbar.
Oh, you like the
Baby in the house.
I'm sorry.
It might as well be the wheel or the hawk.
It's because she wants to dance on the bar like she's having a pool party.
Right? Liv says, my pool
You
party. for the
even
rest
play
of my
for
life.
Harbor Lights, and you picked Sandbar?
She didn't even know that was a bar. She did not know it was a bar.
Any other alternatives?
She didn't even know it was a bar.
All right.
I'll wear
One
whatever
more?
they tell me to
One
wear if
more.
I
I'm
can
trying to decide
play.
which one I want to do.
Do do do.
They're not raunchy. They're pretty boring. They're pretty kickball related. Here you go.
Kickball's
If you
what we
could
do.
steal a player from any other team to add to your team, who would that player be?
Ooh.
1, 2, 3.
And do we have to name that player?
Cuatro? You sure do.
Okay.
5, 6, 7. I took 2 years of Spanish. Ocho. No way they.
Is that what you learned? Is that all you learned?
Well, I actually took 2 years in high school and 2 years in college, and I was like 10 credits from a minor. So
So a little more.
better.
A little more.
A little better than what you think. Okay, so who would you steal to add to your team?
Miller time.
Oh,
Sorry,
Sarah
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan
Miller time.
I was like, can we get Sarah Miller back?
I
and Jordan?
would take Sarah as well.
Right.
Can I get like both the Millers?
So Sarah Miller, come back and visit us from California, please.
So I'm going to continue with the Reading Rockets and the Honey Badgers. Hannah Blodgett from the Reading Rockets. Clearly, I just think Youngspine would do well with a lot more energy. And I don't know, who's the hype guy from Honey Badgers?
Which one?
Kenny.
The captain?
Yeah, so Kenny from Honey
With the broken elbow? Or is that Brooksy?
No, that's Brooksy.
Brooksy, he played catcher or pitcher. I wrote Angelou. I cheated.
Angelou. Angela and Lou's celebrity couple's name.
Lou at third base, lights out. Angela also lights out wherever you put her. And I think my team could do for some infield lights out this year. We're struggling a little bit infield.
You can pick a lady and a guy if you want to.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Make it easy.
So I went with the
Sorry,
combo.
That's fine. Chelsea, you can think about it and pick somebody else if you want to.
I also said Miller time because that's the big bro, so I want Jordan with me.
Jordan Miller.
I would obviously also pick Jordan for a lady, but I picked Tyler because he's super nice, super athletic.
What team?
Always wants to have a good time. Love Garden.
Tyler
And Aaron
Wolf?
thinks he has a great booty, which
Tyler Wolf does have a great booty.
his wife is also great.
Yeah.
All right, for my lady, I picked Betsy Peterson because she's fucking awesome, baller. She always gets on base, and she's got hands for days. Doesn't matter where she is, outfield, first base, doesn't matter. For guys, it was a toss-up between Grant and Zubalevich. Drink. Yeah, that's a holdover drink. Because they're both so positive and happy. I'd never see them without a smile on their face.
Well, you should have seen Grant this past Sunday.
I've seen Grant not happy.
I did not see that portion.
I'm glad you missed it.
Hayden?
So I actually picked Ao for my guy. Yeah, he brings a different kind of energy, and if you've seen his stats this year, we could totally fucking use somebody who's that lights out.
Ao is murdering it.
He had 11 RKIs on Sunday.
And a
Well,
grand
you know,
slam.
yeah,
Grand slam.
he
still
just
didn't do
his
as good as
personality
Albert.
just is awesome.
such
Really
a
enjoyed
nice
getting
guy.
to know him this past year. And then for the lady, it's really challenging for me to pick because there's so many fantastic ladies
So
in the
many.
league. I wrote down Betsy Hatch. Really just love her consistency. She's a veteran player. I was also thinking of Liz Schaefer. Just ladies that like innately know what's happening next. Yeah.
Good choices.
Stacy.
So for my guy, I picked Kenny from Kansas Tree Care. I just, he's just one of the nicest guys. And I remember when we came into the league, he taught us so much. Just like even in the games we were playing against them, he was teaching us and taught my boys. And so, I mean,
I gotta say, I know Kenny loves his job with Kansas Tree Care, but if he had another job in the world, it would be coaching a sport.
oh yeah,
Any
So-
sport.
and hopefully he will do that.
I hope he does.
with his boys. Like
Absolutely.
he definitely needs to do that. And then for ladies, Jordan.
Miller is murdering us
Yeah.
in here. Is
I
she
mean,
our
like-
lady crush this year?
Like she is just such a
Every
kind-
year.
like, she is just an amazing person. Not just like her skills, but to have her personality and like her energy on your team and her attitude. Like
She's just an
hands down.
amazing teammate and player.
Yes.
I like playing circuit with her. I would pick my lady. Came to my head first, like not even a question. Sarah Riley. And if you
Riley
take Sarah
booty.
Riley, you get Colin Flanders because they're BFFs. They're BFFs and always together. So I would take them both.
And you can get Christina in there too.
Ooh yeah,
Triple play.
I'll take them all.
Chelsea, did you pick
Well,
another?
well, I had a couple of guys in mind, but you know what? I decided that I was going to take this moment to really just shout out to Garrett on our team for always looking to. He's like whenever we're down, he's trying to really hustle it up and make something happen, and he doesn't get a lot of credit, but he deserves it.
He's a good kid.
One
That's it.
other shout out for Garrett. So he's also very protective of our team, in particular our ladies. And we all know that I need zero help defending myself. But he yelled back at Scoonies when they started yelling at me, and he got he was almost kicked out of the game. He got so upset because they were yelling at me, and I was like, dude, I fucking got this. He's like, it's just not right, Aaron.
He's got big brother mojo.
He does.
That's sweet.
And he has
He's
amazing
not
hair.
dead in kickball.
I was gonna say, and he's so pretty.
He's got pretty hair. Recap, game of the week. Last game, we skipped it and are coming back to it. I guess it was on the schedule this way. I didn't notice it. Hobbs Park, 9:00. Love Garden, 14. Honey Badgers, 12. But this game might as well have been 1-2. The way the score ended. This game was so
Such a
close.
great game.
Amazing game. The notes say Sam made a fantastic catch to win the game. Awesome base running by Val. Turned some errors into a triple in the 6th, and Eric scored in the 9th with aggressive base running. So that's just generic notes that don't really help us out.
But let's talk about Jake Garden's kick.
Which one?
The one that hit
the line that
hit
Alexis
the foul
caught?
line, third base, it bounced off and scored 2 runs.
I'm so glad Alexis caught a good clear shot of that because sometimes from the booth the camera doesn't catch the far angles of the foul lines. So that was a great
just
extra
the
shot.
nastiest fucking kick I've seen in a game of the week in a while. Good job,
Good nasty.
Jake. Hey, Jake, I'm going to drive through St. Louis in like a month. Can Steve and I come stay at your house on a Thursday night? Let me know.
Yeah.
Too bad Drone Lawrence wasn't out there to catch that.
Fucking
Oh,
right.
drones, you missed your chance.
Drink. Now, squids and honey badgers both do the thing we talked about that we don't like. They bat their ladies 8, 9, 10.
All
and then
3 of them?
Both,
I mean, both teams?
te-
Yes.
Both teams do all 3.
Yes.
Both teams. And both teams put a boy or a man following the 3 ladies specifically
Trust
to
your
wrap
ladies,
it around.
people.
In their
Trust
defense,
your
they got
ladies.
3 really good ladies. Like, those ladies are
Yeah,
going to
like,
score.
for real.
You can
Yep.
And move runners and get on.
And
Right.
they're on base. It looks like either it looks like Riley or Jackie scored, and then that's for Love Garden. And then for Honey Badgers, everyone saw Val's triple, right?
Woo! That
got
was
off
tough.
to-
That was
Baller.
amazing.
And then she scored. It looks like a shared spot for, I can't read the name, Savannah and Ellie, another Ellie maybe?
It's Ellie. Yeah.
Ellie, it looks like one of them scored and one of them got on base in the next inning. So, don't count your ladies out. Give them the advice they need if you don't think they're getting on base, and put them in a spot to do better. Like,
For sure.
And they don't have to
Move
get on
your
base. They can
runners.
just
Yeah,
move
they just
runners.
move your
Yeah.
runners.
They can just move
space them
runners,
out.
but-
You don't have to take 3 outs in a row in your brain like that. Don't
I'm
think
fucking
about it
old
like
and
that.
slow, and I move my runners almost every time.
So
Except for this
as
past
much
game.
as the game was great, I'm not trying to bring the energy down about how great this game was, but come on, guys.
Yeah, and Ellie from Badgers came to Kickball for All and learned, and she said she learned a lot, and she was really positive out there. So she's trying to make the difference and trying to do better to get on and everything. So she deserves her own spot and not split kick.
Absolutely. I mean, Val obviously deserves her own spot. Her heads-up awareness on that field play was just stunning to watch. We can talk about the boys all night, apparently, because they got to kick more because they, kicked 1 through 7. But also, Spencer's play at 1 with Kenny sliding in and RJ rounding 1 and taking 2. There was a lot of discussion about that afterwards, people trying to figure out what happened.
Gotcha.
So force versus tag up, you have to know which one you have to get first. If you tag the wrong person first, then the other person can advance, and that's what happened there. They tried to go for the tag.
Tag at first.
Well, they were both on base at the same time, so
Right.
only one of them was a force
Only
out.
one of them was a
They
force
needed
out.
to tag
You
the
gotta
other
tag the-
runner.
And so RJ got 2 because he was never tagged with the ball. So a lot
That
of
was
people,
good heads up running.
Yeah, very good heads up
Way to
running.
be paying
But
attention.
but if Spencer had the ball and he is the pitcher, was he outside of the diamond when this advancement happened?
he had to advance. He had to go
No, I'm just saying that he made the
he didn't-
tag. He tagged Kenny, right?
I thought he tossed. I personally, we can go back and
Okay.
check the tape.
I don't know.
Personally, I don't know. I thought he tossed the ball at Kenny, which means left his hands, which means you can advance.
It's all good. Okay.
So maybe he got the ball
RJ
back
was
really quickly.
Was the lead runner.
RJ was the
Okay,
kicker.
yeah.
Kenny was the lead runner.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Kenny was on 1, ran to tag up and go. Anyway, so I know that play got a lot of questions. So that's how that one wrapped up. Were there any other things that people had questions about or notes on this?
There was that crazy slide into home kind of action. Did we want to get into that? I mean,
Sure, go for it.
debatable call as far as
it was
whether
a
the
honey
ball
badger.
hit him in the foot before
Yeah.
he touched the base.
That was the Honey Badger sliding into home. And what was that? Was that a triple somebody kicked? No, that Brooksy's roll at he kicked a triple and ran to first, or he kicked a single and kicked in 3 runs. But we can go back and watch the tape to check.
Yeah,
this
it
one.
was. It's definitely a game worth rewatching. I mean, that's for
Absolutely.
sure.
'Cause
That was
it's all
some
a blur
high
in my
entertainment
head.
value. I will say that much.
Yeah.
We have some added commentary from people texting in
Thank God.
about kicking 3 girls in a row. So,
Is it Cougar? Because we don't care.
and it's not Cougar.
It's not Cougar.
Oh, okay. Well, listen.
It's not Cougar. No. So the feedback is, how about instead of bunt drills, ladies do spot kicking drill, or everyone that attends
Plays
KIFA does spot kicking drills.
I will say at KIFA, after we have the drinking again because I said it, we always have the 4 stations. We have talked in the past about adding a 5th station, but that requires more volunteers and a little more space. And 2, we have in the past offered a place kicking and pitching clinic
After the original
the 4. So
before
you do
the scrimmage.
Before the scrimmage.
But it was
crazy hot
fucking
this year.
People, nobody wanted to do anything after the
We almost
skills.
didn't even have a scrimmage after the regular drills because it was so hot, and a few people stuck around. So there was a small scrimmage and like place kicking drills after that. But in the past, we've had place kicking and pitching drills, and then a scrimmage where we also help with reffing. But it was just so hot, and so many people dipped this year.
I mean,
You're so hot.
Yeah,
we
baby.
can always bun out in the grass and do some place kicking in the dirt. You know, we could add maybe it's time to add a fifth skills
I mean, if
clinic
we
in
need
there.
if we need to change the stations, we're willing to do that. We just need more volunteers to step up and do it because Ari and I have been doing it for a long time, and we want more bodies getting in this so we can stop.
I really like the way the KIFA clinic is set up. I think an idea I had last summer, which didn't implement this summer, maybe we can do it next summer, would be
Write it down now.
adding additional days where it would not necessarily be a whole day clinic, but would be a couple hours working on certain skills.
Kristen CS asked for a clinic in April when it's not so hot. We will take that into
that would be
consideration.
great. Or
If you,
fall
but it could
ball
be running,
clinic?
or it could be raining.
If you can promise me no rain, we can. I mean, you can set up a scrimmage whenever you want. The problem is getting people to it.
Who can get us some indoor turf space at Rock Chalk Park? Just let us know.
That would
Can't
be
Jackie do that? Can't
that's harder
the
to
mayor
get than you
do
think.
that?
That space is harder than you.
Let's reach out to the mayor and try to get some indoor turfs for some kicking in April.
The later start for KIFA, I did like that idea. The reason we started it early in the past was because it was on a day before KVKL. We can't do it during the game. We do it during the season because new people join. And the idea of doing it before the season, before the new people have even had a chance to join, is a little
new people
tricky.
join 3-4 games in.
Right. And we did do it earlier this year than we normally do, specifically because the season started earlier than normal. But setting it later in the day is a good idea, except that the very next day you have to play kickball. And so we always did it earlier to give you a little more rest time.
Or we could maybe do it, we have one
Earlier in the
holiday we
morning.
pick every year. We could do it on that Saturday before, like on that Monday where you don't have a game. Or Sunday.
The Monday where we don't have a game where everybody's traveling, we could definitely try.
Yeah, scratch that. We'll figure it out.
I actually like the way it was set up this summer. It worked perfectly. I think maybe it being on Juneteenth or where the celebration happened downtown may have limited some numbers, but
That's true.
I think I like it being in June, and I like it already after the season starts, so people already play some games.
I also like the idea of like with it being in June. Normally, it would not have been as fucking hot, but we just had a incredible heat wave at this time. This time I thought like it was a perfect timing. Unfortunately, with the Juneteenth thing, yes, but
global warming's real, y'all.
It is.
All right.
I will say, Ari and I are open to all ideas. We would like to phase out of being the people in charge of this. So if you've got ideas, get on board. Join the charity group. Join the clinic group, and get to work. We're happy to have you. Any other notes about Game of the Week before we move on?
No.
Go
Watch it
back
again.
and watch it. Get online. It's on Twitch. Watch it. Aaron and Sean did an amazing job talking about it. It's so good.
remember it's only there for a short time though, so watch it quick.
Like how long?
I don't know, like they're gone after a little while.
I didn't know
Just
that.
keep that one on there forever and clear out all the
Well,
space of the other
Yeah,
games.
You hear that,
I don't know
Ethan?
how that works, but
Keep that. We need to keep that.
we're looking into it.
Okay, we have a few discussion questions. I didn't get any from anybody on the thingy on the Facebook derp. Discussion questions. Pitching. How do you take it? How do you like your pitches?
I like it always.
Yeah. So, a couple years ago, 10 years ago, people liked pitches fast. Everybody's always taken it to the right of the plate because the left of the plate's normally got a big divot from where the softball players and Little League players dig in their heels. So everybody likes it to the right. But it seems like people like it slower and slower. And is that new?
I think people like it slower because they're probably bunting more. I don't know much about the league's past, but if you're going to bunt, you want a slower pitch.
Yeah.
If you're going to line drive, you want it faster.
Right.
Sacred Sword, they pitch really fast. Then their defense struggles to field the ball because all that momentum's going into the kick. I tried to tell their pitcher that, and They didn't want to hear it.
Pitchers, I will say pitchers do not want your advice. There's not a single pitcher in this league that wants to hear anything anyone has to say about their precious
I
little
actually
pitches.
love when people give me feedback because usually they're fucking wrong.
Case in point.
But it's an interesting question because I actually asked for pitches to be faster from Free State, and I forget who it was that was pitching that particular inning, but she was like, "I'm sorry, what?" I was like, "Can you pitch it faster?" Like, I'm not getting any younger. I'm not here to work harder. I know how physics works, and I would like to utilize the momentum of the ball and not like work my right ass cheek harder.
I feel like a fast pitch is usually less bouncy.
Yeah.
But you got to bend over. You got to do that squat
Balls over toes.
and get down.
Like for me, like kicking wise, like it's situational. It depends on what I need to do. If I need to bunt, I'd like it a little slower. If I need to bunt down one, I'd like it, like a little
Further to the outside.
Yeah, like I can switch up. Like I can kick both feet, with both feet. So I do. But if I want to if I'm looking to move to get on base actually, then I want a faster pitch. But if I'm bunting, I want it a little slower. And also, I kick the shit out of the catchers. So I don't want it inside because if they're my friends, I don't want to do that. I mean, there might be some catchers I want to kick, but that's,
They know what's coming.
I know.
Fast or slow is just relative. I would like it on the right side of the plate, if you're looking at the plate, and not bouncy, because I'd like to be able to control where it goes.
Yeah, never bouncy, never bouncy.
And I always try to tell
That's the hardest
because my
thing to
team is
control.
mostly new, it's not kick anything over the plate because sometimes the plate is elevated or it's lower in the dirt.
Exactly.
And so it's just questionable what that's going to look like by the time you kick it. So
I give perfect pitches in KVKL because I trust my defense to field the ball. Nice and slow, nice and flat, exactly where you want it. If it doesn't go there, it's because I messed up. But I'm going to give you a perfect pitch. I watch Kenny, I watch some of the top pitchers who I think are top pitchers do the same thing because they trust their defense.
Exactly.
Brooksy, he does the same thing.
Love it.
Yeah, when I'm pitching, I'm like, what do you want? Like, I'll pitch, and then it's like, you didn't like that? Okay, tell me, what is it you want? And I'm going to try to do that. Like,
I
I'm
start
not
with my
perfect.
hand to my ear, talk to me now.
Yeah,
It
tell
is
me,
too
and I
hot.
will give you exactly what you want. Again,
more than
because
3 pitches.
I trust my defense.
All right. The next discussion question is, I'm going to combo it. It says, KVKL seems like it's different now than it was 5 years ago. Thoughts, pros or cons? But the next question is also, what are you feeling about the new relegation light, which is not what it's called, schedule instead of pool play and ranked play? So changes in the league. What are your thoughts? Real quickly, because we have a couple other discussion questions. Quick thoughts?
It's definitely something different. It's kind of like people talk about what do you think of this team? And I'm like, well, I mean, I find myself doing they're probably a 2 or a 3, even though that's not a thing anymore.
Yes.
So I mean, that kind of is a little confusing, but
I think it's an adjustment, but I'm happy we got to play KTC. But I feel like after that, our competition's pretty light until the end of the season, where we play Johnny's and Shirt Factory, and I'd like to play some tougher teams just to better prepare my team.
Your team literally was right in the middle. You guys won the plate last year, right? Yeah. So you literally fell directly in the middle, which means you have one of the weirder lineups to look at.
So I wonder, this probably is a better question directed at top tier teams or bottom tier teams, because those are the ones that really probably affects the most.
Yeah. Or brand new teams.
I know Kansas Tree Care, not KTC, said that a bunch of their games were super easy. Like their competition, like they weren't playing the top teams that they were used to playing, probably especially with the second half of the season, where they'd play a lot more top teams. Like they're not getting that. And it might affect them for the tournament,
Yeah, I was going to say something about, because I came from Bun Grind where we were 4 or 5 the years before, and now I'm playing with Harbor, who was Muddy, and they're like a 1. They were 1s before, so I thought when I would come up there, I'd start playing like top teams all the time. So like now that we're kind of playing everybody, it's a little different for me. But I was excited to get to play like all the upper teams, because that's why I moved to teams. Like I wanted to play like the best of the best and like prove myself and like show that it was a good. It was a good switch of teams for me to do that. But I mean,
girl, we know you're a boss.
Instead of having to play like Empire or somebody. But you, as a top tier team, you're like, at least you're like, we're sparing the bottom 6, 8 teams.
No, for sure,
The
yeah.
massacre that
Now-
always happens.
But you're not.
at
My,
least.
my
it
team
can
still
still
played. I
happen.
played Love Garden
I
and
was
got
gonna say,
murdered. So
it can still
happens.
happen. Like that. Like there's still a chance that Kansas Tree Care could play Empire. You are correct. Right. So
No, for sure.
the chances are slim that you're gonna like the very top teams are gonna play the very bottom teams, but there is a chance because it is all like put into a computer and it's like,
We can save that for the tournament.
right.
Yeah.
As
Crushing them.
young Spine, I think was 5s last year. I think we've improved from there, but I've
Absolutely.
thoroughly enjoyed having more competitive games this year and not getting like I walk in thinking it's going to be competitive. Last year, I knew we were going to get slaughtered in most of our games. So.
I will say that for me, as a past board member who did a large amount of the seeding for the tournament, this is going to be tough this year. And I really hope you guys have a plan. Because looking at it for me, I'm like, oof, how are they going to, you got to figure out who played who. You got to stack it. You can't just go by wins because some teams are 4-1, but their level of play. And you're going to have people giving you their, like, I know Seth is posting his stats. And I love Seth, and I love his stats. I think his are very good. Ben and I went into almost every tournament ranking with almost the exact same names. So I know Ben's really good at this as well, like in my opinion, from my perspective. But wondering how you guys are going to go through and look and sort. Like, I hope you guys are sorting
Stop
already.
looking at me, Aaron.
You're on the board. I have to look at you.
Yes, but this is not my skill set. I'm going to be along for the ride learning this too.
Okay. I would like to see how the tournament wraps up there.
I think that one of the things that we haven't brought up with this kind of schedule is what happens when a team does a complete overhaul.
Right.
And the example I'm going to give is from a few seasons back with Bad News Bagels.
Yep.
So they were originally a bottom tier team, and then over the off season, they brought in all these stellar players, and all of a sudden started knocking off 1s, 2s, and they went really far in the tournament.
Absolutely.
have a couple teams that are
It's
we have
happening
a
this
couple
year.
teams that are like doing that.
Yeah, but if they were in this season's rankings based off of the
Right.
last one, they'd probably be playing the bottom 12, 13 players.
Right.
And for
Just
them,
murdering them.
yeah,
Yep.
it's not good practice.
And we're seeing that on the top tier
But
too,
that's-
as well with Red Legs. With what Zimney said, he said they have half new players and half veteran players, and I think they're 1-4 right now. But they're a great team.
Yeah.
So
turnover is a thing for both good and bad
turnover, yeah.
reasons.
So this is something that I know this will probably continue on for future years, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on for. I'm really curious about how this is going to end up. Going to go to the next discussion question, and it could be very quickly, just a yes or no. Is it me, or are people being more cranky this year than ever?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it also pairs with.
No, I don't think
I
so.
think some of it also pairs with the prior question.
Yeah.
I think when you have really, really competitive teams for these really close games, that attitude plus the 100-degree weather.
100-degree
Yes, the
weather.
heat definitely is a factor.
I mean, can I put these in exclamation points in all caps? Yes.
Yes, yes, Queen.
I feel like it's a no.
I feel like I'm just as salty this year as I am every other year, and fuck all of you. Fuck you and find out. Fuck around and find out. I don't know.
Okay. My last discussion question is one that I think is a great question for this group of people. What do you think the hardest position is to play on the field? And have you played that spot personally?
I'll go first. It's catcher, and I've never played it. That position has to be on point all the time.
That's the position I started at, and I agree 1,000%. If you don't know where the ball needs to be, because you can run in and help the infield, you can run back and help home. So I agree 100%. Catcher is definitely the hardest spot to play. I used to have a great arm, fucked it up in dodgeball. Fuck you, dodgeball. I can't play catcher anymore. I moved to shortstop, can't make that throw anymore, and now I'm in a random spot pitching or rove because I can't make the throws I used to make. So catcher is definitely the hardest spot in my head.
That was the same thing I was going to say is catcher and no. So
I was gonna say third and no.
I think third base also because you got to field some bunch, you got to field some line drives, you got to play both sides of the line.
Making the longest throws.
Our
That
third
is a
base,
long
they
throw.
cover a lot of the bunts as opposed to our catcher because they have the momentum to run and get the ball. You got to be quick, you got to have a great arm, you got to be paying attention. I haven't played it, but I don't think I'm ready.
Soon.
I actually think center field is one of the hardest to play.
Yes.
Because you actually have the most ground on the field to cover, and you have the most opportunities to fuck up.
Absolutely.
So, I've never, I have played center field in City League and, no, not softball. They know I can't throw. And 365, I've played it. I told them not to put me there, and they didn't listen. And we got fucked. So, good job.
Also, it's got to be a big bummer when you get burned, too, instead of field.
Yeah. No, I was going to say catcher, too. I think that's probably the hardest. I played catcher in our ghost game, and it was kind of like I'm okay, but I'm not as good as it could be. But yeah, it definitely was hard because you have to be low the whole time. Like you have to be able to keep that low and like scoop a ball up, and the way you have to pick it up and throw it is really hard. So I give a lot of credit.
If we had running catchers, it would be
Different.
different. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the catcher
Right behind
can
the
start anywhere behind that little box. You don't have to start on the edge of the box. You can start behind the kicker, but you can't move. But you can't move.
It's
But
a
you,
running catcher where you get
move.
more,
Yeah.
you get your momentum
Yeah.
going.
Right. So I have 3. Like I think it's center, third, and catch.
Okay.
And I did play catcher when we first started because unfortunately I was one of the most athletic people on the team, but I was also much younger then. So yes, I did play that
2 weeks
and
ago.
yeah.
I agree with most everybody else on the whole pitcher and especially catcher, because catcher has to also read the other team. They have to know who's coming up, how they kick, and kind of captain the outfield and the infield to say like, hey, come in, hey, this person's a lefty, all that stuff. But I also got to give props to first base because I feel like that has the most possibilities for boom boom plays, and you have to be on. You have to be there.
Yeah,
I mean,
and everybody goes to first. I mean, like every time there's a fucking kick,
you
it
are
goes
the
to
first stop. If you aren't ready, you're screwed. Yeah. Not to mention if you've got runners on base already, that immediate catch and then release over to third base or pitch. Sometimes that's rough.
And the first base ref, I think, is the hardest spot there,
Oh,
too.
hell
For
yeah,
the
the
same
first-
thing. If you're not paying attention to everything, you're not going to do well reffing first
Yeah,
base.
definitely ref spot that's first base is the worst.
There were no third base ref calls in our game and like 100 first base calls.
Everybody has to go to first.
You have to run to first. That's the rule. So thank you guys for going through that discussion question with me. So anybody who plays catcher out there, you're doing a hard fucking job, and we all appreciate you. Thank your catchers. Thank your catchers. That's a hard job. So right now we're going to shout out to the sponsors again. Sano Massage and Wellness, sanomassage.com. Fine Fitness, finefitnesskansas.com. Young Spine and Joint. Do we have concerts for up to 11? Words are hard. Lerner Real Estate is sold.nicklerner.com. Nourish Training. Kelsey Fortin has an email address, and we'll post that later. Empire Bar and Billiards, empirebarandbilliards.com. And Jackie Becker has given me a couple lists of some other concerts. We've got the Decemberists on August 13 at Grinders. Happy birthday, Megan. Frank Turner, July 3rd, Liberty Hall. And the National, September 13th at Grinders. If you are interested in any of these shows, you can check them out at Up to 11 or reach out to Jackie Becker. So the next part of the podcast is next week. Predictions going into week 6. I think I gave you guys all a list of the next week's games. Yeah? And we're going to bang through them really quick. So unless you have something super important, we're just going to go wins and losses. I'm not doing the pick'ems. YSC 1, 5 o'clock, Ghosts at Empire.
Ghosts.
Okay. YSC 1, 7 o'clock, Rockets at Tropics.
Tropics.
Ooh, that sounded like a split.
Oh, I said Rockets.
I heard a few
Tropics. Tropics.
Okay.
Rockets is Hannah's team, right?
Rockets is Hannah. You got to go with the Gold LeMay. YSC 2, 5 o'clock, Asteroid Head at Drop Stoppers.
Drop stoppers.
I'm gonna go Asteroid Head just to be different.
Asteroid Head.
Asteroid Head needs some work.
They've got a leg, and YSC 2 has got that field. I don't know.
Didn't Asteroid Head just win?
Yeah, by
And
a bunch.
Drop Stoppers just lost.
Yeah,
Like,
so maybe they got the
I'm gonna
anger.
go
They're out
Asteroid
for
Head with
revenge.
Barry.
I'm gonna go Asteroid Head because I think YSC 2 is the short field at YSC, and I
Yeah.
know they've got legs.
Yes.
We've got Harpies at D-Hole, 7 o'clock, YSC 2.
D-Holes. Just kidding.
We are due for a win. It's been a minute. We've been playing some.
It's been a minute for
RPs.
us too, so we are due for a win.
We've been playing some hard fucking teams. Let's go.
Okay, this might be the Hate Fuck Kickball game of the week because we got some injured
Either
harpies,
way.
some injured D-Holes. All right, YSC 3, 5 o'clock, Post House at Love Garden. This is a game to watch. If you're not
right.
playing kickball at 5 o'clock, go watch this game.
Post house.
Post house.
I'm going
to go Love Garden.
Love Garden.
Also going to go Love Garden. Okay, YSC 3, 7 o'clock, Harbor at Bunt and Grind. Bunt, right?
Yeah.
Bunt and
Grind.
Harbor.
Shout out to my old team, but Harbor, we're winning. We're winning.
You going to go easy on them? Just you?
No.
No, okay.
Bunt lose.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Too soon.
YSC 4, 7 o'clock, Screamers at R-Bar.
You skipped one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Triple X.
I'm an asshole. Badgers at Triple X, YSC 4 at 5 o'clock. Sorry, guys.
Badgers.
Yeah, after
Badgers.
last week, hell yeah, Badgers.
Oh, Badgers all day on this one. Sorry, porn
Triple X.
spatulas. Now YSC 4, 7 o'clock, Screamers, R-Bar.
Screamers.
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 Okay. All right. This is the game we've all been waiting
Brutang.
for. 5 o'clock, the Woost is for the children at Brutang for the children. What are we
There
gonna
better
do?
be nothing but Wu-Tang Clan playing during this.
Oh,
I
for
swear
sure.
to
Team
God.
picture also. We
Yeah.
did team picture last year.
Oh, nice.
Team picture
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year. I hope Dan is back. I hope he's feeling good. Even if he's not playing, I hope he comes out.
Agreed.
Wear a fucking shirt.
If it's hot, he'll be shirtless.
We'll still put up a player
Nobody
for
wants
him.
to
If
see
we
that
win,
shirt.
Dan comes to Brutang.
Is that, I don't know. I don't know about that bet. I think he's Woost for life. Okay. YSC 5, 7 o'clock. JWE at Red Lion. I predict yelling.
JW.
Oh my God, yelling.
There's
Lion.
gonna be some screaming, but not from the Screamers, but from the teams. Oh.
After last week, I'm gonna say Red Lion. Watching them play this week, like fuck.
This will be the game they come in and score 3 runs, though.
This will be. God damn it!
Did you just challenge them though?
Oh! I heard it. It was
Yikes.
a challenge.
Put 'em
Red
on.
Lion only
I
scored.
love you,
3.
Jared.
That means they're gonna win.
The game's a 7. How much will they drink between 5 and 7?
It'll only get hits on the internet if Derek posts it, though. So, YSC 6, 5 o'clock. Beavers at Home Loans.
This will be a good game, probably.
I got Home Loans. I've seen Home Loans play firsthand, and
I haven't seen either one play,
Those-
so
those
I'll go with the
children
majority.
Didn't home loans like vastly improve over
so
last
good.
summer?
Oh, yeah.
Those
Yeah.
children are fast. They will.
Well, they learned how to play the game.
Yeah, they
did.
figured out their
No,
lineup.
they still have mental errors. Their lineup is still sketchy. The thing is, they are young and fast. They get under the ball and they run the bases. So I got
Home loans. This is Yacy. Hit me up if you still want help with your lineup.
Yeah, we'll help you.
I think home loans too. I think it'll be a good game, but I think home loans, yeah.
All right, next game. Fees at Scoonies. Oh, no, I
missed one
skipped it.
again.
What is wrong with me? 6 o'clock, 7, or no, 6, what? Words, y'all.
YSC 6, 7 p.m.
Words.
Sacred Bunt at Jazz House.
Sacred
Jazz
Bunt
House.
doesn't bunt anymore.
Yeah.
Jazz House.
House.
All right. Now late fees at Scoonies at 5 o'clock at YSC 7.
Fees.
I don't have the stats in front of me. Are these two teams? No, late fees just got to win. Never mind. They both have one win, I think.
I don't have any stats. I just like late fees.
Okay. YSC 7 at 7. Young Spine at Assets.
Young Spine.
Ooh.
Spine.
Okay.
Yeah, after them beating Drop Stoppers, yeah, young
Yes.
Spine.
All right. YSC 8, 5 o'clock. Red Legs at Shirt Factory.
Ooh.
Oh, wait.
Red Legs are getting a win.
Miller time.
Red legs.
Yep, we got Miller time.
Yeah, Red
Miller
Legs.
time all day.
They're,
Yeah, I'm going
I
shirt.
think they're ready to punch some buttholes.
It sounds like the room is. This is the one the room is the most split on so far. Okay. YSC 8, 7 o'clock. Kansas Tree Care at Corksuckers.
Corksuckers, obviously.
I'm going
Kansas
Yeah.
Tree Care.
Who's wearing the singlet now? Hobbs Park.
Ooh, husband versus wife.
Posh wash and
Oh
my.
Hobbs Park, 7 o'clock. Posh Wash at Soda Jerks.
After this week, Posh Wash.
I'll tell you what. Game of the Week's gonna have some great fucking refs. I'll tell you that's what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna go Posh Wash.
Posh Wash.
I'll go
Thanks
Posh.
for burning my poison ivy, Derek, but Posh Wash.
Is Josh
Sorry,
going to keep
Derek.
his leg on?
I mean, I really hope so.
If Josh keeps his leg on.
Maybe some like Gold Bond for to keep it dry in there.
We'll figure it out by then. Hopefully, I mean,
I think Sean predicted a shutout. Is that what he said?
what? He didn't say
A
it to me.
shutout?
He certainly didn't say it to me.
I don't know. I'm really sad I'm going to miss this game because I'm
you
playing at the
starting
same
shit?
time.
Sonia's down here starting shit.
'Cause I think it's-
Aaron, you did not do that. Don't look in your phone.
Why are people sending me messages right now? What's going on?
She busy. Leave her
I'm
alone.
doing shit.
Derek said they're holding you guys to 1.
Okay.
Okay, Derek.
Okay, Derek.
Sonia an extra large spoon.
I can finally drink now, so.
Yeah, Mama. All right. As I said before, Hobbs Park, 9 o'clock, will have the best game with the best refs. Johnny's at Free State. And the reason it's going to be the best game is because Johnny's Tavern versus Free State Growlers is a beer collaboration. This is it's in its 10th year. There will be a keg of whatever this beer is
Something?
called, Blue Collar Showdown.
Oh, yeah,
Blue
yeah,
Collar
yeah.
Showdown, provided by the combination of the two. So this is
Don't
for
they
Seth-
have their trophy?
They have a trophy. This is
do.
for Seth Sanchez. The beer is crisp, clean, refreshing, blah, blah, blah. I can't talk about the beer because I haven't had it. It's for those who work hard and play harder. Only available on tap at Johnny's in Lawrence, Kansas City, and Topeka. There will be a keg on hand. Rumor has it. There's a trophy for this game, which is the brainchild of Austin Myers on Free State, Travis on Free State, and Cole Heck on Johnny's. It goes to the winner of the Blue Collar Showdown and probably be displayed in the bar. The first pitch for Game of the Week will be the 2 OG Lawrence restaurateurs, Chuck Mager and Rick Renfro will be throwing out the first pitches. Apparently they're both going to throw at the same time. Chuck helped change the state laws and founded the first legal brewery in Kansas, Pioneering Days. So we're drinking in town because of him. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Rick Renfro bought Johnny's in 1978 with a few rugby buddies and was one of the first places to do 3-2 beer in town to keep the good times rolling. He never expected it to turn into 13 locations across the region here. And Rick was recently named KC Restaurateur of the Year. Congratulations, Rick.
Nice.
So be on the lookout for that. I've also been told there might be boozy popsicle type things being thrown out or handed out by another team.
Delicious.
Yeah. So make sure you come out and watch this game. I know that we haven't picked yet, have we? Let's do that. Johnny's or Free State?
I'm going Free State.
Johnny's.
I've played both these teams. I'm going Free State.
I'm also going to go with Free State.
Oh.
Free State.
Oh, dang.
So we've got split again.
Only 2 Johnnies?
I'm Johnny's.
Me and
Johnny's.
Olivia Johnnies.
I'm also Johnny's.
Johnny's because Carrie and all the other ladies on that team.
I'm going, yeah. I mean, this is going to be I think this will be a great game to watch. The drone will be there, Drone Lawrence. The cleanup is Harpies on scoreboard, Scoonies on cleanup, and late fees will be selling raffle tickets. Will there be food at Game of the Week? Probably Elena again. Elena, yep. The pot for the 7th inning stretch is up to $661 if you hit that jackpot.
Has anybody hit it this year yet?
Nobody's hit it yet. Wow. And there are other ways to earn money on that. If you kick at the other hoops, they're worth money too. So you don't have to go home empty-handed. So again, Drone Lawrence, thank you. All the other sponsors, thank you. If anybody had questions for us on KVKL, they didn't post them. Any other little things that I'm forgetting or missed? There's another game. That's what we're doing.
Games. I love games.
One more game, and then we'll wrap it up.
Ooh, 2 hours.
Woo! Woo! Do what we do.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
Well,
I don't care.
People are still listening.
so for the final game, we all know that KVKL is really huge right
Is
now.
it a
So
full
many
party
people,
drink?
36 teams. I don't know, like 1,000 people. Yeah, it's a lot.
I can't math that, but that's a lot of people.
The average is 800 people per year.
800, Jesus. Okay, so
800 fucking waivers, people. 800 waivers.
Are
you
they
hear
all
Mama?
signed? Do you have any teams you got beef with for waivers right now?
800 people you get to argue with every Sunday.
Finally.
So out of those 800 people, a lot of them are not from the Kansas area, and they have traveled from all over, East Coast, West Coast. We have some people from out of the country as well. So with each of the regions comes their own special slang. So we're going to play a game called Do You Know Your Slang? And we have reached out to people within the league who are not from Kansas or who have spent time outside of Kansas for extended periods of time, and they have given us little fillers. So we're going to start with Ari.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go.
You get Alexis. This is some West Virginia slang.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is it about cats?
I mean, there is one in there, but I'm not giving you that.
Okay.
The word is jeet.
Jeet?
Jeet.
Oh, I know this one.
What does it mean? You can't answer it.
No, I'm not answering. Can you use it in a sentence?
Yes, use it as a sentence.
It is its sentence. Jeet.
I feel like it's
so
kind of like
totally
I'm gonna jeet on out of here. Like it means I'm gonna go somewhere. I gotta jeet out of here.
Out. I like it, but
Say it again.
I gotta jeet on out of here. It's past my bedtime.
hey, if
She's from out of
picking you
town.
up, it's around 6 o'clock. You jeet?
Jeet yet?
Jeet
You
yet?
want dinner?
Did you eat yet?
Oh, eat.
Jeet.
Eat.
She says they like to combine a whole bunch
Did
of
you
words.
eat?
Wait, I
so-
thought this was kickball slang. It's just
No,
regular
this is just
slang.
regional
Oh.
Jeet yet?
All right.
Yont to?
Chelsea's up.
All right, Chelsea Queso.
I don't need two in the face.
So, we all know that I'm quite proud of my home country, the great state of Texas. So, what'd you think about that toad choker last week?
Toad choker?
Toad choker.
Toad choker. Oh, you probably did it from your pickup truck.
No, we fixing to go down in the basement.
Whoa. This took a new turn.
No idea what's happening here right now.
Toad choker is a very extreme thunderstorm.
Oh.
Yeah, chokes the toads. It's different than choking a chode, I think.
Whoa.
Next. All right. Are you ready for some Louisiana slang?
Wow.
Louisiana. This is from Cedric. So the word is lanyap. It is spelled Lagniappe.
Is that French?
It is.
I know what it means.
Use it in a sentence.
Ooh, okay. I asked for 3 and I got 4. Lanyap.
You got extra.
Yep.
It's a little something extra.
Hell yeah.
It's a bonus.
let's
It's a little
go.
something extra.
Sentence definitely helped on that one.
So one of our very own Drone Lawrence is from this area.
Albuquerque.
Yep, New Mexico.
I know you, Seth.
505 Por Vida.
Is that area code, y'alls?
505 Por Vida. What does it mean?
505 for life.
Albuquerque for life.
Albuquerque for life.
Patos Locos for life. Except
All
for
right,
Olivia.
You ready? I'm giving you 2 because this next one is Boston slang.
Boston.
Given to us from Sean Meredith.
Okay.
And I mean, these were all really good. Yeah. I'm reading them and I'm just like, Jesus, how did they come up with this? All right.
Figured you would have gone North Carolina.
Your first word is Jimmy's. And I will accept 2 answers for this.
Jimmy's.
Jimmy's. Do you want Jimmy's on that?
I fucking hate this one.
I know you hate
much.
this one.
Sprinkles.
Oh, I heard it cheating over there. But yes,
Sprinkles is Jimmy's.
Or
I literally
it can
got into
also
a
be
fight with
condoms.
someone about this at the KIFA
Condoms
clinic.
or Jimmy. I've heard of that actually. No, that makes sense.
So Sean Meredith brought ice cream for everybody at KIFA, and somebody shouts, "You want Jimmy's on that?" And I was like, "They're fucking sprinkles!" And we got into a big argument about it.
All right, your next one is it's
Okay.
a phrase.
Okay.
Hot dog in a trench coat.
Is it a like a pee in a condom?
Oh my god,
Olivia,
just drink
say
because.
penis for us. Let us know you
I'm
know
a
what it
lesbian.
means.
I can't say that word.
You can say it. You don't have to touch it.
This was actually not from Sean Meredith. This was from a friend. Do you know what it is, Chelsea? It is not. It actually means something that's strange or weird. It just doesn't fit.
Oh, shit.
All right, so this is from our very own Cal McClure.
Ah, Michigan. Yeah.
Yep. So Michigan. So
For Sonia?
U-turn.
I mean,
Make a U-turn. Or is she
No.
talking about a roundabout?
we need a sentence.
Close.
I was driving down the street.
I was driving down the street, and it was like I was on the race car path, only going one way.
So I had to take a U-turn.
Had a,
Driving around in a circle.
It's a trick fucking question.
left turn.
It's a left turn.
Oh, because racetracks only have left turns, no right turns.
Yep.
I watched Talladega.
Makes sense. Makes
Did
sense.
we just get smarter or dumber? I don't know.
I hate that one so much.
All
Cal.
right, Stacy. We're going to go to a couple more because we got to hit all of our areas. But
Let's get Luke in there.
let's see. Oh, yeah, Luke's at the end. We saved the best for last.
Okay.
Okay. So from the Kentucky-Tennessee area, your phrase is hot brown.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yep, I went there and got a hot brown. That's all you get. I hope that helped.
Is it like fucked up?
I looked at the menu and ordered a hot brown.
Oh, hot brown? It's like mashed potatoes and gravy?
It's an open-faced sandwich, famous in Kentucky.
Close enough.
All right, Ari,
Yes, ma'am.
you get a hard one.
I like them hard. Let's go.
All right. You get Irish slang from
Cool.
Carrie McCullough.
Oh, okay.
And I'm giving you her favorite. It's not so much slang as her favorite word just because of the translation. It is, I'm going to butcher this, smugglerone.
Smugglerone?
Yes.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I went swimming, and goddamn, I saw a smugglerone in the ocean.
Is it like a Loch Ness monster?
No.
Okay, then that's all I got.
I will tell you that it translates to real snot.
Oh, jelly.
It
Jellyfish?
is a jellyfish.
Stacy got that. I did not get that. And you get stung and you pee on it, just like when a bee stings on you.
Apparently, we just pee on anything.
All right.
Bee stings and jellyfish.
Time
apparently.
for figuring out if we're gonna smoke it on the Bobby.
Shout out to Luke Parker from Brewtang.
Yeah.
We got some Australian slang for Chelsea.
All right, Chels. We going down to the beach, and I'm gonna put my budgie smuggler on.
You're what?
Budgie smuggler.
Oh, that's like a fucking banana sling man speedo.
Yeah, banana hammock.
Easy one.
Apparently down south, I don't know how to do a
That was
Australian accent.
It's pretty terrible.
I like
Cheers.
that game.
We have to take advantage of the audio clips you can
And I
send
have to do
people.
one more from the Australian ones because they were all fucking gold. Anybody can answer this. The phrase is crack a fat. Crack a fat.
Drinking a
and I
beer.
will not use that in a sentence.
Open a beer.
Opening a beer?
Crack a fat. What is it?
Drinking a beer.
Is
Smacking
it like
some...
a pigskin?
Does it have to do with ham?
In a way.
Does it have to do with
You crack it. Oh, sex? Crack a fat?
Eat some bacon.
Oh, man. You guys are all over the map here. It is an erection.
Oh. Crack a fat.
6 to
That's
midnight.
a pee-pee to you live.
When the pee-pee gets hard.
Yeah, my favorite Kansas expression is 6 to midnight. Hotter than two dicks rubbing together, right? That's how hot it is outside. All right, guys. Kickball happened this week. Kickball's going to happen next week. And this coming Saturday, there is an event. It is Friday and Saturday is the Pride event at, I think they're calling it the Skittles Ball. And that will happen at the Granada on Friday night. It's the mini ball. I will be selling some KVKL merch there because all proceeds go to House of McCoy, and the Pride event is also donating proceeds to House of McCoy. So go to the ball on Friday night, go to the event, and that's at the Granada. Go to the event on Saturday at Abe and Jake's. There's a big parade. Show support, and if you haven't already bought the merch, I'll be there Friday night selling it. I will have the extra girl, the Kickball for All clinics, and some other KVKL merch there. I need a partner who wants to join me.
Olivia.
Downtown. Is there a Facebook event for the Skittles Ball?
There's a Facebook
We
event
should
for both
share
of
that.
these events. I'll
Even
share
if
it.
there's a dress code. I won't be there, but I'm still interested in a dress code.
There's no dress code. It's just like come
You have
with
to
your
wear a
favorite
different
Skittle color.
No, you wear a different color based on what you want to say about yourself.
But
That's
I
what
think
I
there's-
was reading.
Yeah, but I think there's like a contest for it as well. Like you can enter a contest too. So I would just say wear all the bright colors you want to wear. Go crazy because one of the colors is rainbow option. So just wear bright colors. Go crazy. I think. And so I'll be at that, and hopefully I'll have a partner in crime to keep me company and help me sell stuff. I don't have one yet. Shout out if anybody wants to help me. Nobody here apparently.
You can volunteer Derek to do it when you preemptively beat his
Friday night.
ass
I
at
can't
your game.
I can't volunteer him to do it because he has to work Saturday morning. Anyways, so thank you again to all of our sponsors: Santa Massage, Fine Fitness, Young Spine and Joint, Empire Bar and Billiards, Nourish Training, Learner Real Estate, Up to 11 Productions with some great concerts coming up. And of course, Joan Lawrence, shout out to you because you've been a sponsor for the podcast for a while and you got some bad audio. I'm sorry, man. So thank you to all the volunteers who came to the clinic. Thank you to the panelists. I'll go around the room really quickly and do the sign-offs. So you guys do it. You do your own sign-offs.
It's Tsunami Poppy signing off.
SZA, Brutang is for the children.
Megan Lady Hammond saying goodnight.
Aaron, fuck you, Fireball. Hayden. Peace out, bitches.
Summer Stacy, see you later.
Ari likes it harder. Oxter.
Chelsea Scandalous Scanlon.
Yacy the Doc Young. Thanks for listening.
I'm Erin Erebert Adams, and as always, we will see you again next time. Thank you, Kickball.
We love you, Ames.
Woohoo! KIFA, drink.
KIFA!